Let me take a look at this. Okay. How y'all doing? Got 2 people showing waiting. Oh, is it thinking still? Okay, there we go. Good. Anyway, how y'all doing tonight? We're gonna see what's going on here. Big GWOAT. She letting the world know she back. She back, man. On 15 August. And everybody has mixed emotions about it. Coming down to 160. You know what I'm saying? She got the whole internet on fire. It's pretty damn amazing to see when she makes an announcement that she's back, to see how everybody just really tunes into social media anyway, whether they support her or they don't support her. Everybody is out here paying attention. But man, people are a little bit, it seems to be frustrated with the opponent. You know what I'm saying? But Claressa Shields ain't got time for that. She out here letting everybody know that she is to be respected.
I will see you all August 15th at State Farm Arena. 20,000 plus will be in attendance, honey. Pre-sale, on sale right now. Yeah. Don't get quiet on me now, fake YouTubers with your fake news. Ban who? Petition who? Huh? Hey Siri. Hold on. Hey Siri. Play Drake. Who said what? Ban who? Ban who? Like I said, never was I ever banned from boxing. I will see you all August 15th at State Farm Arena. 20,000 plus will be in attendance, honey. Pre-sale, on sale right now. Yeah. Don't get quiet on me now, fake YouTubers with your fake news.
All right, Claressa. We get the point. You letting the world know that that you're not banned and she's back. But what y'all think about the Big GWOAT being back, man, and who she's fighting? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm taking a look at Big GWOAT and the announcement, and I'm sitting here laughing because she was never banned from boxing. Now I don't know what other content creators are saying, but if somebody was saying she was banned, hey, what's up, Big? How you doing? Saying she was banned, you know, that's just what some of these content creators do. But what I will tell you is, this opponent that she's fighting, you know, she Nicki Minaj now. Yeah. She had me cracking up. Like, I was laughing all day at that video, man. I'm like, Claressa really, you know, like, she really feels that she's put people in their place. But this is the thing. It's hard, and she might as well just call into the show, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to give her credit for this event. All right, she's fighting in Atlanta, so she's fighting outside of Detroit. So we got to see how she performs there as far as the attendance. She's coming down to 160, so now nobody can say nothing. She's cutting weight. But who is she fighting? Why not fight a Hannah Gabriels? Why not fight? I mean, I'll tell you what. Fans would have been happier to hear that she was fighting this street fighter. But Hannah Gabriels was right there. Hannah Gabriels is right there. You know, I don't know why she just won't fight Hannah Gabriels, man. But what they're trying to do with Claressa Shields, I know what they're trying to do. They want her to get a knockout. They want her to get down to 160, become unified, because the person she's fighting has 2 belts. And they really want to keep trying to build her brand as this invincible force. Now, I think Claressa beats just about everybody, but to go down to 160 and fight somebody who has 7 fights, the amateur background, I think it's like 40 wins, a few losses, but as an amateur, the person she's fighting is pretty decent. But well, as an amateur, as a pro, though, she ain't gonna measure up to Claressa Shields. Claressa will cut down to 160. That's the one thing that I can say, okay, good job. You finally listened to Layla Ali. Layla Ali told her, you know what I mean? Don't go down. I mean, don't go up too high. The competition is down there in the lower weight divisions. You know what I'm saying? Have some discipline, get a dietitian, a nutritionist. and stay in the lower weight classes to fight the real competition. And Claressa chose not to do that. But she looks to be doing it now because I just think there's been so much pressure on her and there's nowhere for her to go. But look at who they have her fighting. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Miss Ree? Says she want to keep padding her record. 929-839-0679. Call in and tell me what y'all think. I do have an opinion about it. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Dollar Fat, what's up? Kendra, what's up? Golden Toast, how you doing? Says no one said Claressa was banned from boxing. Yeah, she was MVP banned from their events. But padding the record. She's put a lot of work in already, but what she's doing now, it's a Dimitri Salita thing that people wouldn't understand. Dimitri Salita is her promoter. And I think what's going on here is there no other promoters want to work with her. It's just my opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But he's doing things in-house. And the person she's fighting is one of Dimitri Salita's fighters. Let me show y'all something here real quick. This is going to trip y'all out. I was taking a look at something. Let me pull it up here. Not this crap. Okay, so first of all, this is the flyer right here. Okay, so she fighting K. Scott. Now, Cyborg right here. Why didn't Claressa just fight Cyborg? You know what I'm saying? Cyborg has less than 7 fights. Why not fight her? And she offered Claressa $2 million. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the thing about Atlanta is in Atlanta, they go public about fighters' purses. You know what I'm saying? They go public about fighters' purses. Now, this right here is K. Scott. This is who she recently fought. And this is Hannah Gabriels is there. You know, she don't want nothing to do with that, with Hannah Gabriels. This is crazy. And that's Hannah Gabriels right there, and that's K. Scott. You know what I'm saying? Why not just fight Hannah? Why go fight this person, K. Scott? Hannah's down there at 160. You know what I'm saying? Hannah would even fought at 168, but Hannah's at 160. So, you know, it just doesn't make any sense to me at all. You know, and you got people out here like they want to fight. They want to fight. Hannah Gabriels would have fought her. Now I know she's getting ready for a retirement fight, but she would have fought her. Hannah Gabriels is just chomping at the bit, waiting for an opportunity. But when you sit back and you take a look at it, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to give Claressa full credit for what she's doing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. What's up, Christine? It says it's BS to me. She stole the Street Fighter name, BTA, and blocked her. Oh, is that what she's doing now? Calling herself belt to ass? Yeah, that's crazy. It says the fight's going to be rigged. Well, this is my concern. This is my concern. There's so much attention on Claressa Shields, Dimitri Salita, Papoose, you know what I'm saying? Well, the way things went wrong with Franchon. Now, let me, I might as well play that to you. You remember Franchon got pissed. Franchon Cruz got pissed because of how they did her, you know what I'm saying? She was mad because they mistreated her during the whole damn promotion. You know, she wasn't playing around. Y'all remember all this, right? Hold on a second. Yeah, let me take this off. Y'all remember this?
It's fraud? Nah, they try to make it fake. They told her to push me. She didn't want to push me. Nothing to me. You nothing to me. I don't care how many medals you get, how many little girl. You are nothing. I hope somebody play this so she can see this. Oh, it's fake? It's fraud? Nah, they try to make it fake. They told her to push me. She didn't want to push me. She didn't want to push me. They told her to push me. Then you, Papoose, you bitch ass nigga. You 47 still trying to get a hit. I got a hit, nigga. You a C-level rapper. That's why you never made it. That's what fucking leech, manipulator. Manipulator. I ain't no fucking who that nigga. I ain't Remy boyfriend. You knocked out. I wish you would have swung on me. I would have bust you in your fucking mouth, nigga. You ain't you nigga. You can't even hold my bra strap. Claressa got a less than subpar guy. Like, you was a clown. You was a fan. Claressa got a fan for a man, yo. And you let him slender his little snake ass into what we built? Into a real sport, a real gladiator sport? Turn it into a fucking clown show? Nah. He can't even look me in my eyes. I swear on my mother's grave, I should have spit on him. I should have smacked her and spit on him. Stay on that side. Stand on what y'all just did. The fact that I gotta hear stuff when I come down with my team, when I hear all the fuckery that was happening that I could not see. Do you really think I care about these videos out here?
See, this is important right here, where she talks about the things that were happening that she couldn't see. Is this gonna be an issue for K. Scott?
This is my family. These are my friends. These are people who paid money to come see a good show. Oh, Dimitri, you a bitch ass nigga too. You make all my Jew friends look bad. You can never talk to me. Don't ever talk to me. Just make sure my motherfucking check is there when I finish winning. When I finish demonstrating. I don't care about boxing. I don't care about these belts. Cause y'all so afraid of me. Y'all setting the table so bad. I've been dealing with stuff since this fight been announced, bro. I got tested by VADA twice in 1 week, and this bitch S&C coach that she met in October posting her secrets. Come on, let's be real. But it's cool, cause what's for me always gonna be for me. No weapon formed against me. Hey, listen. How dare you? That's all I can say. How dare you? Somebody screen recorded. We can box. You could think you the better boxer, the best boxer in the world.
Now, Franchon said a lot when she put that video out. You know, Franchon said a lot. Now, of course, she was upset. You know what I'm saying? But this is my thing. Franchon talked about how she was treated, her team was treated, things happening behind the scenes. Do you think Claressa and her team and Dimitri Salita are going to make that same mistake with K. Scott? The second thing she talked about was how when it came to Claressa was doing things that she knows she didn't want to do. So how far do you think things are going to go with the shenanigans? Also, she talked about the Dimitri Salita not really being fair to her. So see, when I think about Franchon and what she experienced with Claressa, it really makes me feel like Claressa, her team, and Dimitri Salita are either going to clean up their act or it's going to be more nonsense. And I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be tuning in to watch because all eyes are on Claressa Shields. All eyes are on Dimitri Salita. And even Papoose and Win Records. You know what I'm saying? And they did Franchon dirty. Anyway, the phone line is open, 929-839-0679. Y'all call in. I want to hear from y'all and hear what y'all think about it because everybody's talking about the fight. But I will say that, you know, I got to put some respect, you know, on her name because she is coming down to 160. And, you know, that's not easy to do, to come down to 160. So she obviously heard people talking, but also it could be that there really weren't really not anyone for her to fight, but who knows what doors have been closed. I don't know. That's why I tell Claressa Shields, I know she watches the show. I know her profile name. She's always in here. Just Claressa, you might as well, if you don't want to call in, you might as well just message me and say, hey, Hood Champion, you know I ain't calling into your show. I'm not going to show nobody the message you send me. Just say, this is what's going on. Talk from these points right here. That way I can come out here and do it. But right now I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't. All I can do is go off of the announcement, who you're fighting, and then the dialogue begins. So Claressa, I know you watched the show. just shoot me, DM me something. I'm not going to go and show the message you sent me. You already know I ain't like that. But then I could have something to talk from. And you say, tell them this. And I say, well, all right, Claressa said this. Just like when you come in the chat and you talk, I tell people Claressa said this. So, we communicate already. You just, it's like you, a little kid that put a sheet over themselves and pretend to be a ghost. Can you see me? You can't see me. And I just go along with it like, yeah, I can't see you. I know it's you. We all know it's you. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I don't care. Hood Champion. What's up, Miss D? What's up? Go ahead, caller.
Hood Champion, how you doing?
I'm good, love. How are you?
All right, I just called in and talk about Claressa. What I wanted to say is Papoose up here in New York, he having a wonderful time. He out on the block chilling, drinking his 40s. Papoose is going through a midlife crisis. I think he realized he bit off more than he could chew with that young girl.
You think so?
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I feel like he was going through a midlife crisis from day one. That's why him and Remy got all screwed up, because Papoose wanted to be out here messing with different young girls, messing with all these young girls. So I think that it was, I think that it was infidelity on both sides, but I just think that Papoose was really going through a midlife crisis. I mean, the man almost 50 years old.
Yeah, he and I, I don't know, 3 years. I just turned 51. He about to turn, 49, 50? We close in age.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know you up in NY. So that's the word on the street that, this is what you're seeing online?
Nah. That's the word on the street that Papoose going through a midlife crisis.
Damn, that's what they're saying in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So he out there drinking 40s and just
having fun, chilling out on the block like a young boy.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, man.
He outside. You know what I'm saying? He out there eating Chinese food, eating Jamaican food out on the block, chilling with his boys, having a great time. He not promoting no fight. I just feel like for him, it's just business at this point. I feel like he just done with her, and he just showing up, for the business. I don't know if you noticed it, but a lot of people was talking about how she, on his Instagram page, he haven't even liked none of his stuff. She didn't even wish him a happy Father's Day. None of that.
Yeah, some people were talking about that.
She just made a general statement. She didn't really wish him no happy Father's Day. She haven't liked none of his latest posts on his Instagram or none of that. You could tell that the relationship is rocky, that they're very distant.
Yeah, you know what? You make a good point, because normally you see them together, or there's something with the post, or there's something to at least give us the impression that they're close and things are working out. When that shit's not happening anymore, that normally means that there's a problem. And I agree with you. Called optics.
Another thing that I wanted to bring up is that, Papoose, you got to realize New York is way different from Atlanta. When you're in Atlanta, basically your home is the core place that you have. Most people in Atlanta, they make their homes very entertaining. They got their gym in their home. They got their theater in their home and all of that. It's not like New York. Up here, we could just walk to the corner, get us a soda. We can I
know.
We outside up here. Down there where they at, everything, he got to be entertained from her home.
Yeah.
Or he got to drive somewhere and be entertained. And then if you notice, every time she be tap upstairs, he be sitting upstairs in a damn dark room.
Yeah.
It's her family and friends be downstairs. You could tell he's not happy there. Not only that, I hate to say it, but her family's very ghetto and not very pleasing to the eye. He's bored down there.
Yeah, it's a big.
I'm not gonna lie, I got family down there, and when I go down there, I be ready to come back to New York. I can't take it.
Yeah. And I always enjoy being in New York. It's a big difference being in New York and then being down south, where shit's a lot slower. Yeah, it's different.
It is very slow, and it get real dark down there. It's stuff is real far apart. In Atlanta, they need some more urban planning. It take a long time to get to the store. We not used to that here.
Right.
Up in New York, we not used to that. Right. And you gotta realize when he go down there, he don't have no friends. He got his daughter down there. It's he's totally subjected to be around her and her friends. She's young, her friends is young. They out there yelling, dancing, twerking, acting stupid. That man is 50 years old. He done been there and done all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's he's too old for that shit. And it's Claressa and her friends is annoying. They're annoying. I mean, if we the public is annoyed by her, imagine being around her. She talking loud, cussing, twerking, this, that. You know what I'm saying? She be doing too much. I heard her say that she gonna turn her haters into fans. No, you turning your fans into haters. We all can't stand her. You know what I'm saying? She just annoying. I'm not gonna lie to her. She draining as hell. She's annoying.
Yeah, a lot of people share that sentiment. I was watching the video from a little piece from the live she put out where she was just basically saying, yeah, you know, I thought I was banned. What y'all got to say now? And I watched it maybe 20 times today, and I was just laughing my ass off because I'm like, I could see why people who aren't diehard boxing fans like me, where I can still carve out a little respect for her as a fighter, but as an individual with all them antics and all that bullshit online, and I could see it. I'm like, man, I see why people, they don't understand how I can be like, what? But she can still whip ass. They don't even care about that shit no more. They're just like, nah, like, they don't care.
She can whoop ass, but she can't street fight. I'm gonna tell you this. I done seen girls, right? I live near the number 2 train. I done seen girls throw lye on each other, throw bleach on each other, cut each other with box cutters. They don't give a shit about that boxing shit. Right. It's like ain't nobody fighting that girl fair. Everybody knows she crazy, and everybody knows she could box her ass off. Ain't nobody in New York thinking about fighting her fair. Yeah. They're not even thinking about that. They thinking about lining her up. She would never get a fair fight up here, ever.
Right. No, I hear what you're saying. And I'm glad you said that because that was one of the conversations. And I know she listens that I got my little connections and they're like, hey, up here, the Pulse up here in New York, Claressa, she can't come up here. They want to get at her.
To the boroughs.
Yeah, she can't.
She could go to Manhattan because Manhattan is
it's different. It's different out there. Yeah, it's different.
That's where the white people be.
Yeah,
that's where the business district is. That's where the hotels and stuff is at.
Right.
She can't come to the boroughs though.
Yeah.
She can't come to the Bronx.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, my cousin, man, he lives in Queens, but he's a cop. He works between the Bronx and Queens, and he was telling me, he was like, yo, shit out here is crazy right now. He was like, I'm just telling you, when it comes to that girl Claressa, he like, she don't need to come out here because of the shit that the intel they're getting. That people really want to hurt her. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Not only that, people might just want to hurt her for clout.
Yeah, well, that's what he was saying. It's she's antagonized and provoked so many people that there's people who are just looking and just tired of it. And like you said, it's clout as well. I don't think she realized how many people she's offended and have developed a strong dislike for her. You know what I'm saying? And this whole thing with Remy, then you got so I always say you got the boxing world and the hip hop audience. Both worlds have turned on her because her disrespecting Remy, the whole New York love Remy. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going for that shit.
She violated with that one. She violated. She violated. Papoose knows she violated. And guess what? Papoose is using that as an excuse to keep her out of New York from off of his stomping ground so he can have his fun. He's using that. You know what I'm saying? He running game on her, like telling her, nah, man.
Don't come up here. It ain't safe. Yeah. No, I get it.
It's too hot up here right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But I said Papoose might be the one to even get her set up.
You think so?
He's sick of her.
That's crazy.
He's sick of her. Shit, I am. But I'm just saying, Hood, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know other people want to call in.
No, you good, man. You good. I'm glad you called in, man, and I enjoy speaking with you. But especially giving us a pulse on kind of what the people are feeling out there, and then the stuff you see. So let me ask you one question. She is cutting down to 160 pounds from being 200 plus. Do you think that's a good thing boxing wise? At least she's cutting weight, but the opponent, you ain't feeling the opponent since the opponent only has 7 fights.
Well, the thing about, I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like she keeps fighting in house. I just feel like the shit is all rigged. The same way that it was with Franchon. I feel like we're going to see the same thing that we saw with Franchon. Claressa's going to demolish this girl. They're not going to be able to make no money on her. But you know that they like to bet, right? You know that they like to these bets. So everybody going to have their money placed on Claressa, but Selena and them not going to really make money on her. And another thing I was thinking about is that Win Records, they have all of they, well, you know how a lot of these like promotion companies and companies, they like to have insurance on their people. So they letting Claressa crash out, and they don't give a damn because whatever happened to her, they probably got insurance on her life.
Right. Yeah, well, that's just the facts we're talking about. There are life insurance policies and different things, and you just don't know. But they don't seem to care too much about the antics, because we're sitting here talking, maybe because we're more sensible. We're like, hey, she need to stop this, she should do that. And they're allowing it because
they don't give a shit. They got insurance on her.
Yeah, well, that's what you feel. That's what it is. You don't think it's just the attention?
They don't give a shit.
Okay.
She's a liability. I mean, what record company that you know don't have insurance on they artists? That's the thing now. Get insurance on your artists. You make more money from your artists dead than you do from them alive. Did you think about that?
Nah, never thought about it till you said it just now.
Okay.
Never thought about it.
So I mean, I'm just saying, look into that. All the record labels got insurance on their artists at this point. So she's just a liability for them. They don't care how she crash out. That's her life. She the one being stupid. And not only that, me and you talked about this before. She never even got no kind of merchandise, nothing. She bullshit. She don't know how to hustle.
Right. Yeah. No, we did talk about that.
She promoting. When she promoting everything but GWOAT. She's stupid as hell to me.
I think she has she's had a huge opportunity, man, to really make some money just being Claressa Shields, being the GWOAT with all the attention on her. The last year, there's been a huge money-making opportunity. From even when I mentioned streaming, even shit, we were talking about like GWOAT chapstick, GWOAT this, GWOAT wigs, GWOAT combs. We were talking about all kind of shit.
That stuff regardless.
Huh?
She still should have.
Yeah, no, I agree. But you're right. We did talk about that back then. Just the other day, I was talking about she should at least be streaming, and now here we are talking again about it. So yeah, the conversation has been ongoing, and you're right. I'm not aware of her doing anything along those lines.
Yeah, she could have got a wig line out, all that shit. I mean, she's stupid. She over here bullshitting, trying to run behind Pat, but I know that she's not really running behind Pat like that right now, because I think she kind of realized that things is like coming to a head. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, Remy is out here bubbling. You know what I'm saying? Remy's on fire. She bubbling like crazy. Claressa cannot compete where she don't compare. That's that man wife. And I heard you talking about the BET Awards. Let me tell you something. If she tries something at the BET Awards on Remy, that's basically her career suicide, basically. She'll never be respected out here. In these streets, she'll never be respected in the industry, nothing. She's not going to try nothing. She ain't that crazy. They better put her on her meds.
So if Remy if Remy does go to the award show, if she does get up there to perform, do you think Remy would do her verse, dissing Claressa and Papoose? So you don't think she would?
Oh yeah, I think she would. And Claressa ain't gonna do shit. Trust me. She ain't that crazy.
You think she'd just be sitting in the audience with the screw face, frustrated?
Yeah, that's what she gonna do. And trust me, if it do happen, the camera's gonna be dead in her.
It's gonna be on her. It's gonna be on her. It's gonna
camera's
be on her.
Gonna be on her. Yeah. They can't wait, because BET trying to come back.
Yeah, that's what they explained to me the other day. Somebody was over here, works in the Paramount lot. They broke all that shit down. They were like, BET and MTV. This is why they have Claressa on there, Sha'Carri Richardson, and and Remy. They're allowing the rumors to float around that Remy may be there. They want attention. They want to kind of rebirth a BET, and I'm like, what? So they broke all that shit down. I was like, damn, I ain't know all that.
Well, I asked Chat GPT who gonna win it, and they said Audrey Wilson. I predicted Audrey Wilson before. Remember, I had sent you the information about her. She got that Nike endorsement and all that.
Yeah, I did a video on it. Yeah.
All you gotta do is go to Chat GPT. They got all the answers about all this shit.
Yeah, it does give you some good insight. But I broke down all that shit the other day. Her, Angel Reese, and I mean, Audrey Wilson, man, she's by a mile deserves that award. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that lady, she doing a lot. She doing a lot for the community, a lot for the kids, a lot for herself. I mean, she's a philanthropist. That's what Claressa should be doing. Between her fighting, she should be doing philanthropy work.
Yeah, I've been saying that since August of last year. Why she ain't traveling, 2-time gold medalist? Why they taking her the wrong direction? She should be kind of doing stuff along the lines of what Layla Ali was doing. Is still doing.
Philanthropy.
Yeah, philanthropy. Yeah, I was like, man, here we go. But yeah, it's funny that you come and you saying the same thing. Yeah, so this has been an ongoing conversation, and she hasn't done it. And I don't know why they don't take her and do it. She can.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing too that I noticed about her. Claressa don't know how to read the room. You see how she was at that basketball game eating that chicken, eating them chicken wings. I'm gonna tell you something about New York that I learned from me living here all my life. I was born in the Bronx. I was always taught you never put your back to the door. Always face the door, no matter where you at. Yeah. You gotta keep your head on the swivel. Right. Somebody like her has to keep her head on the swivel. Right. And see, she don't know how to keep her head on the swivel. Up here in New York, when you get on the subway and stuff, you gotta have your head on the swivel. Right. Because it's so many moving parts. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she don't even know how to read the room. I mean, she's there at a basketball game and don't even know how to keep her head on the swivel. I didn't even see her with no security. Nothing. She walks without even security.
Yeah, she had all the attention on her, from her outfit to eating them goddamn collard greens and yams and fried chicken and everything that was on that plate. Everything.
I'm gonna tell you another thing that other people don't realize. You're not from New York. When y'all see her being filmed up here in New York, she's in Manhattan. It's like people from the hood. Most of the black people, we only go to Manhattan to go shopping or something like that. And you know, a lot of people work in Manhattan, but she doesn't go where the real black people are. She don't go where the real hood is. That's why she thinks she's safe up here. She's in Manhattan. We not in Manhattan like that. We can't. Black people can't even afford to live in Manhattan. We be in Harlem, anywhere past 110th Street. That's where the black people's at. You know, we in the boroughs. You know what I'm saying? So she be thinking that shit is sweet up here. Yeah, because you in Manhattan, sis. You know what I'm saying? But she very messy. You know, I don't really like her. I ain't gonna even lie. She turned a fan into a hater. I'm a hater now. I ain't gonna even lie. I used to be a grody, but I'm not no more.
Yeah, we used to talk about it, but you weren't. You weren't so.
I called your show saying that I was a grody.
Yeah, you did say that. You know, now you out here firing hollow points at her, but you know it's a good example of what the energy she put out, what it does to her fans. I even talked about a lot of her fans are like, nah, we can't do it no more. You know, everybody just taking a knee. They're like, we can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you sound like you reached that point as well. You know what I'm saying?
She draining, yo. I ain't gonna lie. She draining as hell.
What you think about the opponent she's fighting? You think she should have fought Hannah Gabriels or fought Chris Cyborg or anything but this? She's a unified champion.
This is an easy win for her. Yeah, okay. I feel like she don't get no points for fighting this lady. I feel like she didn't have no other choice. I feel like they did cast their net different places, but I do feel like she kind of blackballed in the industry, and nobody not really messing with her. And I just feel like she did what she had to do, and I feel like she went in that direction because she knew that it's an easy win, and she know that she's on a contract. That's how I feel. So she got to fight somebody. So it's an easy win for her. You know what I'm saying? She know it, but she gets no points as far as her being a great athlete because you taking on easy wins, sis.
Right, yeah. No, I agree.
Like, ain't nobody gonna respect her, and it's like, ain't nobody really gonna want to buy them tickets because they already know the outcome.
Right. No, I agree with you because initially I was thinking she was gonna fight this 175-pound fighter out of Germany who has some knockouts, 6 feet tall. I'm like, oh, she's gonna fight her. It's gonna be she get some respect for that fight. But then when this got announced, I was like, come on now, you know. So then I found out the girl is on Dimitri Salita Promotions as well. I said, okay, so they're just going to keep making in-house fights for her to win, be undefeated, get through her contract, and then after that, I don't know what's going to happen. But now, I'll tell you what, you know, next year, and this whole thing about her having a child next year, I think that shit's out the window.
Well, I'll tell you this. I seen Win Records. I seen the owner of Win Records, Ruben. I seen Ruben and Papoose at the crab table. They was gambling. So Ruben is a big gambler. Pap is a big gambler. So I know that most of her fights, they be placing bets on it. So that's what they all about. They full of shit.
Yo,
Scammers. You know what I'm saying? Don't be
that's
surprised
interesting.
if they don't go bankrupt because they're not really making no money off of her and they're not really making no money off of the other artists. Don't be surprised if when records don't go bankrupt and nobody get paid.
No, I hear what you're saying, but that what you said that I find the most interesting, because I keep forgetting about Pap being a gambler because I don't be up on that shit like that, but that's true. And this thing about her and the opponents they're picking, guaranteed wins, I never even thought along those lines, but that would be wild if that's what they're doing. You know what I mean?
That's what they doing. Listen, you gotta keep your head on the swivel. All this shit is just very predictable. The writing is on the wall with all of this. It's on the wall with all of this. When I see Ruben and Pap at the crap table, I said, "Oh, Ruben's a gambler too. I see what's going on. He's from Africa. They laundering money back and forth to Africa. His daughter's supposed to be a singer. She just dropped the EP the other day. It's like they got a lot of bullshit going on. They're not focused on boxing. They focused on however they could get money. They laundering that shit back to Africa. They doing a little scammy shit.
Yeah,
they're not no real company like that. They not serious. They just about making money for today. They just about making money, and they don't care how they make it. They don't care how they make it. Through Claressa, they don't care. They gonna get into whatever. They got a network. Before they was supposed to have been like a gospel label. Listen, they just grabbing at straws like whatever stick.
Yeah. How they're gonna get it however they can. But let me ask you a question. I know we sitting here cooking. You really think they'd be stupid enough to try to think they smarter than everyone and be betting on her fights and shit?
Of course I do. Of course I do.
That's some serious shit.
Let me tell you something. I got students from Africa that are scammers. I done wrote letters to the judge trying to get them out of jail. Listen, I know. Let me tell you something. I used to help Rikers Island. I used to help Rikers Island inmates get their GED. Listen, I done been around a lot of stuff, but I've been around a lot of stuff. I don't put nothing past nobody.
Yeah, me neither. But I wasn't thinking along those lines because everyone know Hood Champion don't be on the internet like that. But that shit does make me wonder now because even I was saying today, why would they have her fight this chick? And then the whole thing with Franchon. Why'd they allow Franchon to get treated like that, And now that you say that, it makes me wonder, man, shit, they could be out here shaking and baking behind the scenes like, okay, we need this to happen. And they say, okay, I need you to put a bet here. I mean, like, it's something that's something to talk about because, it's just something to talk about.
That insurance, what I just told you. They got insurance on all them artists.
But you'd have to have a cold-ass heart to be using somebody like that, and then from the insurance to gambling. I guess because I don't have that in me to be like that, I'm like, nah, they wouldn't do it. But you just never know when it comes to people.
That's just crazy. A lot of things in my life. I mean, I'm not young. I'm 57 years old.
Yeah. Well, I ain't young anymore. And if I think about me when I was younger, if there was an opportunity for certain things back when I was young and really out there, then I know the kind of shit we used to get into. So when I think about it, put myself back at being a young adolescent in my early 20s. Yeah, I could see how somebody, if they feel they could get away with something, they would do it. Yeah, 100%.
You see she fighting at the State Farm Arena. That's probably who they got the life insurance with.
Well, could be, because even I was shocked. That shit's crazy.
I mean, listen, I got my head on the swivel. I be thinking whatever.
Yeah, but I was wondering. I was like, they finally took her. So this is how I saw it. They listened to people complain. Oh, she walking around 200 plus pounds. Now she coming down to 160. Oh, she fighting in Detroit. Now she come out here and she fighting outside of Detroit. So I'm like, okay, she listening. They trying to me, rebrand her. But then to come in, you call it, and now you got me out here in my head like, boy, these people out here hustling everybody. You know what I'm saying? If that shit proves to be true.
Let me tell you something. New York people, we keep our head on the swivel. We be thinking. we got trust issues. I ain't gonna even lie. We got trust issues.
Yeah, that shit got me cracking up, man.
That's true. We got trust issues. They can't rebrand her because number one, she doesn't have any discipline. she don't listen to her label, and I don't even see her label promote her. I don't even know if One Record even put that put out about her fight today or whatever. I don't see them coming out to defend her. Like when she slapped Alicia Baumgarten, they didn't come out to defend her. They don't write no statements. They seem like they're very
hands off.
They seem like they distant, like they not on hands type of company. They let her do what she wants. You know why? Because they don't know about the business. See, the game plan was this, and this is just my opinion. I'm speculating, okay? The game plan was for them to use Claressa to learn about boxing. They used Salida to learn about boxing because they thought it was going to go a different way. They thought they was going to infiltrate the boxing scene, and they was going to get all these boxers, and they was going to be like MVP. That's what they thought. But stuff is not working out like that. And they still may try to pursue that angle. But I've been saying this from day one. They using Claressa to learn about boxing, to get her connects, to network through her so that they can become the next MVP. That's why Claressa getting her team and stuff ready, because they trying to come up like MVP. Now, my thing is this. She said that stadium got like 21,000 seats. Now, I'm trying to figure out how she going to fill out them seats. The only way, it just depends on who's on the undercard. Now, is she going to have her boxers on the undercard? We don't know yet, right?
Yeah, we don't know anything about it.
Right. She could have Danielle Perkins on the undercard. She could have that new girl who she called a sniper on the undercard. We don't know who's on the undercard. So you got to realize she gonna make money regardless. She could make money through her, if she put her team on that undercard. She gonna make money through that.
Yep, everybody should get a little piece off everybody's fight purse. Yep.
Right. So she not really worried about it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who's on that undercard. We don't know who Salida got on that undercard. When is getting their money off the strength of Claressa, and I guess they're gonna bet on her too. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that would be wild.
The whole shit is just shiesty to me.
Okay. Well, all right, man. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
All right. So take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Hillary.
How you doing?
This is Crystal from New Jersey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Speak up a little bit. You got a soft voice.
Oh, God. Here we go.
I don't know if you got it.
Is that better?
Oh, that's better. That's better.
Okay. So, yeah, I definitely agree with what the last caller was saying. I'm not from New York. I'm from New Jersey. I lived in New York for a little bit, but she was saying it was true when I noticed the same thing too. When every time Claressa would come up here, she would be in, Manhattan, in the safer part of Sears. She don't never be in none of the boroughs like that. Anyway, that's not why I was calling. I was calling to talk about her slapping Alicia Baumgartner. My thing with Claressa is that she's not being held accountable for her actions. You know what I'm saying? She seemingly gets away with whatever she does. When she shoved Franchon Cruz, when she, in her words, she was going to cut. Remember when she got knocked out by old boy when she was training with the dude, and the dude knocked her on the floor?
Yeah.
And then she said she was going to the car to get a knife when she did something to the trainer. And then now, as of late, she slapped Alicia. Let's put it in the right terms. She assaulted Alicia Baumgartner. She is not being held accountable for her actions. When I saw today that she actually was able to land the fight, I kind of got disheartened a little bit, because it's like you get tired of seeing the villain win. And to me, she's the villain. She's unhinged. She don't know how to carry herself. She's a menace to society. Really, in my opinion, this child goes on the internet, calls people the most worst things. I'm like, man, I wouldn't say that to my enemies. You know, the way she, carries herself, the way she talks, the things that she does, when she assaults people and then brags about it. How about even when Shadeja Green, coming from my town, you know what I'm saying, in Jersey, Shadeja had the brain injury, and she's like making fun of her, like ha ha, all that kind of stuff, as if something's funny. This girl is literally a menace, and I'm like, but she's, she keeps going. And here's the thing: I wouldn't say that she's winning. Right, I'm saying it for a lack of better term because she's not winning. She don't have no friends. She's by herself. She got literally the world against her. It's, she's a one-man army, but essentially she keeps going. She's not being held accountable for her actions, and it puzzles me.
So when you watch that and you're like, she's just kind of wandering around and creating chaos and not being held accountable. Who do you think is enabling her, and why aren't there any consequences?
I don't know. You know what? I think that people are just not following through. You know, um, Unfortunately, I just think people are not following through. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but that's the way it looks. Um, Oftentimes, when we have bad service, when we go someplace, we won't necessarily write a review. I will at this point in my life, I do, but you won't write a review. You just won't go there anymore. When these people have these encounters with her, I guess people don't want to mess up her livelihood. I don't know who's enabling her. I just think the people don't want to be bothered. It takes time and energy and resources, to follow through with pressing charges and hiring an attorney and things like that. It's time and resources. And I think people just don't have the energy for it, honestly. But it pisses me off because I'm like, do something. Because in my mind, she's a sociopath. And sociopaths, they don't stop. They get they keep going, and it gets bigger. And one time it's a slap, next time it's a punch, next time it's something else. I'm saying? It only gets worse. It doesn't get better. So somebody needs to stop us. But I do believe something's going to happen. And it's not because I want something to happen, just because she got so much mouth. Something is going to stop her at some point. I don't know what. But yeah, I think she needs to be stopped.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, man. Do you think that maybe some people are just? Well, I agree with what you're saying. There should be some kind of consequences. I just think she's for her own safety. Like, you don't want the consequence to be her getting jumped or someone throwing an egg at her like they did at Victor Wembanyama. You almost want the consequences to be for the commission or for someone to get involved and at least have a conversation like, hey, you need to tone this down. But the way it's going, it looks like the consequences are going to be something extreme, and you don't want that.
Yes.
But to kind of change up the conversation just a little bit. Now, of course, we all sitting here scratching our heads at the opponent. The woman is a unified champion at 160, so she's not just fighting, a tomato can who has no accomplishments. The woman is a unified champion. She did it, I think, in after 3 years of turning pro. But do you think that, hey, people are being a little bit too hard on Claressa because there's really nothing else left for her to do? Or you think this is really a situation where they're just cherry picking at its finest and she's not looking for any real threats?
Yeah, I think that she is dodging real competition because she's trying to keep that title.
The undefeated record. She wants to keep that undefeated record.
Yes, that undefeated record. And now regarding K. Scott, I had to look this chick up and watch some videos in order to find out who the hell I didn't even heard of this girl, like many of you. But it's the same thing. It's like, yo, when she was before she turned pro, she had 46 fights and 26 losses. Like, what? She lost half of the fights that she had. And then when she became pro, she only had 5 fights. Like, this is no real competition, you know? And she's much older, you know, like, come on. Like, I mean, you know, the writing's on the wall. Really, it's pretty clear to me. However, listen, I'm always one for the underdog. I always hold out hope till there's no hope left. I hope the girl beats the brakes off of her. Do I think it's going to happen? Possibly not. But there's always a little small glimmer of hope. And I'm holding out hope that the girl beats the brakes off of her, for real. She needs to get punched in her mouth several times. But, yeah, she's not looking for any real competition. She just wants to keep her title. I mean, honestly, I can't knock her, you know, necessarily. I would want to keep my title too. But, you know, you don't really get any accolades for that. You know, no one's really checking for you like that. But, you know, in her mind, this is what she feels that she needs to do to stay on top.
Right. The woman is 42 years old. Look like she's, you know, involved with fitness. She is a pro boxer, turned pro in 2023. She's ranked number 6 out of 56 as far as middleweight division. But hold on, this thing here. Let me click off this. But my thing is, this just looks all bad. I know she got 2 titles, and I like to stir up the conversation, but this ain't it. 5 wins, 1 loss, one draw. This ain't it for Claressa. Not big GWOAT. And so with me trying to make sense of it, right? Because it's easy for me to attack it. I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm like, maybe this is kind of like, let me get the weight off me, get down to 160 pounds because I haven't fought down there in a while. And then after that, I fight a Michaela Mayer or fight a Lauren Price, or she looks to fight. Maybe she goes down to 154. Maybe they make a dream fight where they bring up a Serrano, because Serrano been out here, you know, shit talking shit. She ain't saying Claressa's name, but we know who she talking about. What a treat that would be if Claressa and Serrano was able to make a catch rate of 154 or something like that. Because you know Serrano fighting. I don't think it would happen, but I'm trying to see what direction are they trying to take Big GWOAT. Because when I look at it, just like, you know, it's a quick glance, I'm like, this is shit to me like career suicide. Why you want people to really just don't support her at all? Even her diehard supporters are shaking their head today. But I'm trying to make sense of it. But even I struggle to make sense of it.
That heifer ain't fighting nobody worth mentioning. She's not gonna do it. She's a coward. That's why when I was like, when she was saying all that, oh, I'll fight any street fighter, all the kind of stuff. No, you won't. She's not about that life. You said it best. You said she's not a street fighter. She's an athlete. That's the truth. She ain't about these streets. She ain't no thug for real. I know some thugs. She's not one of them. The girl's a coward. You know, hiding behind, disguising her voice on when she calling on your show, you know, acting like she's speaking in the third person, having all these several burners accounts. She was really about that life. She was really about it, like, you know, like that. She would be herself. Yo, I'm calling, this is Claressa. You know, she would say who she is. She wouldn't be hiding behind all these burner accounts. She ain't no thug for real. Like, get out of here. She can't even let nobody out. Like, get out of here. You know, she rolls by herself, you know, like the lady said beforehand, you know, she ain't got no bodyguard. She's not smart. She's not, if she is a street fighter, she's not a smart one. She's not a streetwise person. Like that, she's not little soft little hands. Get out of here. She ain't doing nothing. As I'm saying, she's not trying to fight nobody for real. She wants to keep her title. You know, somebody gave her some good advice, I guess, and they thought it would be good for her, and she took that advice. Like you said, it's not a smart move. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have done it. I understand why she would do it, but she ain't trying to fight nobody for real. Like, get out of here. She wants to keep that title stuff undefeated. She wants to, you know, take it with her, and so she can go into the next venture or next thing in her life. She ain't trying to do nothing else. You know, I'd be surprised if she tried to call out. It's really because if she was really about that life, she would take up the fight with Chris Cyborg. Now that was funny because Chris Cyborg called her out and was like, "Look, I got $2 million. What's up?"
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I think 100%. The damn boxing world, the MMA world, the combat world would be buzzing if the announcement today was Claressa's fighting Chris Cyborg at 160. I think the whole damn sports world would go crazy right now because they'd be like, because you got, look, people can say what they want about Claressa. She's a legend. Chris Cyborg is a legend. These are two women who have operated at the top of their sport. And, you know, for them to come together, and I think that would have been a huge event. I don't know why she won't fight her. She even said she won't fight her. And I don't understand that shit. Like, just fight Chris Cyborg. She said she'd give you $2 million. I think they could get 3 or 4. Why not just fight her? Now you're talking about sponsors and shit coming in. I think the money will be there. But they're doing what they want to do. Maybe because Demetrius Salita wants to control everything. And his own promotion, he doesn't have to worry about any outsiders and sharing the pot of money. Who knows what his justifications are? But for me as a fan, after I see the opponent selection, I'm like, why not go here where I think there's more money? But one thing about in Atlanta that someone told me, I need to fact check this. When it comes to fighter purses, they make it public. So we're going to find out if Claressa's getting $2 million for this fight, or if it's 1.5 or 1 million or 750,000. We're going to find out what's really going on, because somebody going to find out, because there's so much attention on her. Somebody out there going to get that information, and once they get it, it's going to be all over the internet. And it seems like something minuscule and stupid to talk about, but because she brags so much, she like money GWOAT Mayweather right now. You know what I'm saying? Because she always talking about the money and who got this and who don't have this. If she ain't making what she says she's making, they're going to have a field day with that shit. The content creators will.
Yeah, she going to be broke like them too. Keep it up. And another thing I wanted to say, all she had to do was apologize from
Alicia?
The comments that
For Alicia or for who?
I'm saying with any and every situation that she was in, the only thing she had to do was apologize. That would have made an apology would have made everything so much better. But because she liked to talk so much, she does the opposite from apologize. You know, here's the thing. I don't know if it would have repaired any relationships, but at least she probably would have kept some. With Layla Ali, with recently with Alicia Baumgartner, all she had to do was apologize. You know, I was out of character. I stepped out of character. I messed up. You know, I owe you guys an apology. I like to apologize to, what is it called? MVP and Netflix. Thank you so much for having me. Taking a humble route. That's all she had to do. But she makes things 100% worse because she doesn't do that. You know, the girl, I call her a menace. You know, that's what she is to me. You know, the girl, she's crazy. She out here acting a fool, cutting up and doing everything but that. She could at least try to salvage some of the reputation, the relationship, the resources, but she got nothing because she won't keep her mouth shut and she do the opposite.
Yeah, you know what? If she would have, do you think if she would have apologized about just disrespecting Layla, Muhammad Ali, just the way she's been, you think people would have received it well, or she would have had to be consistent? It takes time to get people to really accept your apology, because, you know, right now, at least, ain't nobody trying to hit nothing from Big GWOAT. You know what I'm saying? She put herself in a bad space. But I do think it's better late than never. But you got to be consistent. But the way she just emotionally just kind of fires off these hollow points and shit, do you think she has a kind of temperament to apologize and to stick to that and be consistent and try to change her ways? Or you think it's going to take more than just the apology? It's going to need a community approach with mental health, a good support system? Because she don't seem to have anybody in her corner. It really seems like it's only her. We talked about it. She had all those friends. It's just her. I don't see nobody on her lives no more. There's nothing. It's just Claressa.
Yeah. I think that she lacks the capacity to actually formulate those words. And I think that, yes, it would take more than just words. Yes, it would take change behavior, which she's not going to do. Yeah, and I definitely think she needs to go to therapy. 110%. She should have been in therapy, especially if she was saying that she said she had a bad temper when she was younger. She used to get a check for it and all that kind of stuff. Okay, fine. Now, what are you doing in your adult life, to manage that same anger that fueled you when you were a kid? Don't say boxing, because you're not boxing 24/7. You're with you 24/7. So how are you managing that? And yeah, if she's not making a concerted effort to change and to be more being less temperamental, then yeah, she's going to continue to be herself, cutting up, acting a fool online, and slapping people, and all that other kind of, and running to a car and getting a knife and all other kind of stuff. Yes. So yeah, she definitely needs to do more than just say the words. I don't think that she has the capacity. I really don't. But it would have been nice if she just said it. If she had said the word, at least, even if she didn't mean it. How many times we've heard an insincere apology from somebody? You hear someone, in another field call somebody who's Black, the N-word, and then, they'll say, oh, I apologize, I didn't mean it, or whatever. We know it's insincere, but okay, they said it. All right, fine. But, and then you move on. But this chick, please, she does the opposite, and then she doesn't change her behavior. So no, I don't think. Frankly, I think she got some mental stuff going on with her. I'm no psychologist and nothing like that. I work in a different field, but in my opinion, I think she got some mental issues. She needs to go get that checked.
If she KOs K. Scott, hits her with the bing bings, put her out cold, do you think people will see Claressa Shields in a different light and embrace her?
No, ain't nobody embracing that chick. Her mouth too big. She don't shut up. That's the problem. She don't shut up. No, because then as soon as like I said, I hope the girl beats the brakes off of her. Do I think it's going to happen? Possibly not. No. I would say more likely than not. More likely not. But, she beats, if Claressa wins, yeah, that ain't nobody embracing her. She, like I said, she don't stop talking. Come on, Hood, she don't know. She don't never stop talking, and she loud. Oh my gosh,
yeah, she loud.
I go like surround. It's like surround sound. It's just and yes, you don't see anybody with her. Her life looks empty. From her family to her friends, her house looks empty. Like everything is just empty, just her.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. I think if she were to get a knockout, that would set aside a lot of the drama talk for a little bit, because it'd be more like, it's a miracle. She knocked somebody out. We didn't think she had the power to do it. But then it wouldn't last long. She needs more than a knockout. You know what I'm saying? She needs more. But yeah.
Ain't nobody looking at it like that, Hood. Because if she get the knockout, everybody gonna think the fight was fixed anyway. That's what people already are saying. The fight is fixed.
Let me take this next call, all right?
All
right, later. Yeah, go ahead. Hello. Yeah, what's going on, champ?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. So what you got?
I ain't got much to say about the Shields thing, as far as like people feelings about it. The only thing I gotta say is that, as far as the Shields thing, I was a fan of Claressa Shields as a boxer.
Yeah.
And it was dope watching her boxing when she was first coming up, right? Through the Olympics, and it was all pure. Fast forward, we looking at what we looking at now. Remove the personal things that people are talking about, because who she sleep with,
right?
Her business. I don't know who my garbage man sleep with, right? As long as they take out my garbage. My problem with Claressa is you're fighting who?
Right.
Who do what? Right. And this is what we should be excited about, right? You're the best boxer. Think about this. This would be like Floyd coming out when he was, let's say, 40-0, telling us he about to fight JoJo the Tire Man.
Right.
And nobody was sitting here. First of all, Floyd wouldn't do a whole live bigging up his fight with JoJo the Tire Man, nor would the rest of us celebrate it. The personal things is not my business because I don't know these people personally. But what I do know is when I spend my money on entertainment, I want to be entertained, right? So if I go to a movie theater and I pay money for a movie, I expect to be entertained. If I'm disappointed, I'm going to complain about it, right?
Right.
How is the greatest woman in the world about to fight a lady not only did I never hear of, now once I look her up, she ain't even qualified. So when you beat her, then what? What should I say? You're the greatest woman for beating someone not qualified?
Right.
Right? Should all the 12th graders go beat up 6th graders and say they're the greatest fighters in the world? Yeah. I don't think so. So that's all I'm going to say, Hood. And salute to you because I see you, what I appreciate about you, you do your commentary, but you do not be disrespectful. You just listening and you're reporting on what you're hearing. And I respect that, man. No. I don't like the people that get caught in what you like. So your morals or your rules or whatever you feel changes based off what you like. Yeah. I appreciate somebody keeping it real. So salute to you, Hood, man. Let the next person get in. I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I would love to hear your commentary before we get to the fight Saturday on how Boots Ennis and Xander Zaya is gonna break down this weekend. I'll let it hear.
Hey, that's all on my page already, and I did a live today about all that, so you can check. I did just a couple.
I ain't even. I'm just getting back in the crib, so I ain't even really get the cycle into what's going on.
But you'll see it.
That's what I'm saying, man. Salute to you, brother. That's why I know you're not a gossip channel, right?
No.
But a lot of people coming in now may only be coming in because of the Shields thing. But I know you've been on boxing. Years. You know the Charlos. You know
I know everything.
I would love to hear a breakdown on that too.
Yeah, I did Spence, Zayas, Ennis, Zoo, Virgil Ortiz, and Sebastian Fundora talking about who's gonna be king of the mountain.
Okay.
Who's gonna get?
Since you did it, and we on the my bad. Since you did it, and we actually on the line real quick.
Yeah.
Well, give me your opinion. Errol Spence and Tim Zoo. What's your opinion on that?
I think it's a 50-50 fight, and whoever gets hit really hard, if they're going to sit there and start to have flashbacks, Spence to Crawford, Zoo to Fundora, and Murtazaliev.
Okay, so see, that's fun. So let me ask you this. Before the Crawford fight, if I asked you about Spence and Tim Zoo, what you would have said?
I would have said Spence because Spence showed he was durable. Right. I did know Ugas did clip him a couple of times, and I was like, damn, he caught him. But I would have put Spence over him for sure. But Spence said he wasn't feeling 100% going into the fight. He's saying he's taking fights one fight at a time.
He said he went in there to be sacrificed, which. And I'm an Errol Spence fan, but he definitely went. He said he went in there to be sacrificed.
Yeah, but that's.
Ask you this though. My bad.
No, but he was saying he wasn't feeling 100% leading up into that fight. So he just did it for his family. But what were you about to say?
He didn't look like it. He didn't look like it's not, bro. We're not retarded. He didn't look like Errol Spence got dropped by a jab.
Right.
I was in Dallas when he was in the Ugas fight, and he got the mouthpiece fell out, and he was looking down, and Ugas punched him in the shit. And I watched this man smile and step through. I watched this man take shots from Carol Brook. I watched this man take shots from Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. I watched this dude take these shots. Yeah. I never saw Errol Spence look as bad as he did in that Crawford fight. Mm-hmm. And I never saw Crawford look as good as he did in that Errol Spence fight, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it was amazing to me that Crawford looked better against Spence than he did David Avanesian.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
You know what I mean? That was mind-blowing to me.
Okay, what else you got? You were going to ask about...
No. I'm going to let you rock, man. I'm sorry. I ain't going to hold up the show.
No, it's all good.
Thing, man. I just wanted to tell you I appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, Hood.
All right.
And once this CLARESSA thing pass over, I would love to hear how you break down what's coming up this weekend and July, I think it's 25th. Jamal, Charlo, and all of them,
Yeah, man. I've done videos, but I'm gonna.
I know. I'm just saying when you start seeing their workouts and
the
boxing of them, because I know the CLARESSA thing is really that's the she's so annoying and she won't go away that you can't stop talking about it because it's always gonna be something to talk about because the girl gonna give you something to talk about all the time.
Right.
I would love when we go back to the other thing, but at the same time, do your thing, brother. Appreciate you. All right. And it's Mr. Finesse, Hood Champion. You have a good night, my brother.
All right, you too. All right. Yep. Now for Claressa Shields, she's in the chat. As no what's the profile? Because Clarissa's in here. No location, and then Aisha or whatever. Look, no location. Claressa, just call in. You know what I'm saying? Just call in and just talk. There's no look. We at a point, Claressa. You and I almost like buddies and shit. Just call in. You know, I'm not going to ask you no stupid questions about you and Papoose. Like, we all beyond that shit. I'm going to ask you about boxing. And I'm not going to poke you in the eyeball. This is my thing with Claressa Shields. I did message her today. I sent her, I didn't message her. What's that? A tweet? I put a tweet on Twitter and to Claressa. I mean, the whole world could see it. And I asked, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the mindset? You know what I'm saying? To go and select the opponent you selected. And I'll show you what I sent her. Because I'm like, you know, people are going to you're going to have something to say. So I'll show y'all what I sent her. Because I was like, man, maybe she responds or she says something in a video. But the bottom line is, what the hell was that? But the bottom line is maybe we'll get her to explain. Oh, let me mute this. That's Earl Spence right there doing his thing. Hold on a second. I don't want to hear none of this. Okay, yeah, we don't want to hear none of that crap. Let me show you what I sent to her. All right. Now, and then I'll show you what Amanda Serrano said. There, now I muted that shit. Where is it? Because I asked her, you know what I'm saying? Where is it? Let me find it. Let me just go to her page. I know it's on, unless she deleted it and shit. But, you know, she did that. It is what it is. But I basically just asked her, like, what's the thought process between the opponent you selected? Because, you know, people are going to have something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't respond. Of course, she's not going to. But she definitely be on my page. You know what I'm saying? But I did ask her, and I wanted to know, you know, why she went that direction. Okay, I think it's here. But yeah, I wanted to know. Let me see if I can find it here. Because everybody kind of wants to understand, you know, how'd you end up going this route? With everybody you could have fought. Why'd you go this route? You know what I'm saying? Let me go down here to the bottom. There's a bunch of people commenting on it right now. Unless my comment was removed, and if it was, it's all good. This shit don't bother me, but I don't think she would remove my comment. Like I said, Claressa and I think she understand I'm gonna do my thing. She gonna do hers. Where is that shit at? When Claressa puts stuff up, but she gets so many of them comments on her shit. It's crazy how many comments she gets. But I cannot find what it is. But the bottom line is we didn't get an answer on why she went that direction. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely try to get her to explain, you know, why she chose who she chose. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see it on here now. But I'll tell you what, Amanda Serrano, she was out here firing shots. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all saw it, but I'm gonna show it to you right now. Amanda Serrano, her and Claressa might as well just fight. You know what I'm saying? They might as well just fight at this point. This is Amanda Serrano saying a prayer for the insecure. You know who she's talking about. With all the blessings God has given some, they seem to not be able to handle their insecurities. Rah, rah, rah. She throwing shots. Everyone's tweets, blessings, and accomplishments aren't always about you. Let others shine in their doings. I've always wanted more for me and mine, but never thought the entire world belonged or was just for me. Amanda Serrano hit her with the boom. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's always something, man. But let me come back over here to the chat. It says, please hit the like button. Yeah. No location 55. Yeah, that's Clarissa. But Clarissa, just call in, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Now, as far as people, Clarissa, since I saw you put a comment in there about people are going to always complain. Listen, are you listening to what I said? See, you come into the comments and you worry about what people are saying. You know what I'm saying? Hood, check out. I don't need to check out anybody else's live. I know what I know Clarissa pops up in everybody's live, and Hannah Gabriels, she comes over here. I mean, they go into people's lives and they go and they chit chat, you know. So I mean, I know what goes on in people's lives. The same shit goes on in mine. I just don't trip. You know what I mean? I enjoy when different people come into my lives. I like when they call in too. And let me put it to you this way. Several people have called into the show. And Clarissa, of course, everyone knows about her because she eventually just said who she was while we were talking. But there are other professional boxers who've called in females. And they and I both know that I know who they are. And I didn't put them out there, but we did. We, on Instagram, you know, we have an understanding. And it's just more like a laugh between us. Well, I just let them know, like, I know who you are. And they just show me love. You know what I'm saying? But they know I'm a real one because I will never say who it is. And I even let them know, if you want people to know, you'll say it. But if you don't want people to know, cool. But I know who they are. But anyway, back on Clarissa. I'm going to say this. When it comes to Clarissa, I'm giving you as much credit as I can give you. The chat is giving you as much credit as they can give you. We recognize that you cut into 160. That has been a topic of conversation because when you out here on your lives, you eating chicken, gristle, cracking the bone. You know what I'm saying? You eating pancakes, you eating sweet potatoes, you eating leafy vegetables. You know what I mean? You eating salaman. You eating everything. So everybody like, yo, she like having that big boom boom, the lobster tail. You know what I'm saying? Red lobster in the house. So she ain't never going to lose the weight. She going to stay at heavyweight. Now you losing the weight. I'm like, that's a win. Because now what they going to say? So I recognize that and they do too, but what they going to say? Because we know when you lose that goddamn weight, you're going to be talking shit. Clarissa Shields going to act a fool when she lose that weight. You know what I'm saying? But then the opponent. I mean, what? You're fighting outside of Detroit. We're giving you credit for that. Okay, she's fighting in Atlanta. We're giving you credit. But the opponent is the thing that, you know, we're like, yo, what is this? At least explain. That's why I hit you up on Twitter to just find out from you. Hey, why'd you pick this person? And, you know, at least put a tweet out saying, this is why I picked her. I mean, but, you know, people going to talk regardless. But I'm telling you, I'm looking at who you picked. You the goddamn 2-time gold medalist, right? You the 5-weight division champion. You the 19 different world title attainer. You let us know, right? You the greatest woman of all time. It's Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather than you, is what you say. If you're going to say that, what you doing fighting K-Scott? And if you've done so much in the sport of boxing to where you feel there's nothing left for me to do, no one left to fight, why not give us the spectacle? Chris Cyborg. Or say, you know what? Let me at least fight Hannah Gabriels. They keep talking all this shit. Let me fight Hannah. We know you can't fight Shadisha. We all know that. But give us something. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's going to be cool with you fighting a 42-year-old. I mean, like, let's be real here. Franchon was what? 38? What, you chased Layla, she was down there at 50. Now you fighting a 42-year-old. What you think people going to say? Yo, what's up, B?
Good evening, Hood. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I am great. Listen, I've been listening to you for a minute, and I agree with everybody that called. So I'm not even going to go backwards and reiterate it. But you're the people's champ. You know what I mean? Isn't the champ supposed to be the people's champ? You're not the champ just because you tell me that you're the champ. And I don't know a people's champ that dumbs themselves down, you know, or takes the easy way out. And that's how I see Claressa right now.
Taking the easy way out?
Yep. I really feel like she just want to ride this contract out, play with the numbers, stay on top of what she thinks is on top. And it's all about what the people see and not what the people know. You know, you can't gaslight us into calling us stupid and tell us that we don't know boxing because we see exactly what you're doing. And it's not like it's just one or two people that's seeing it. It's everybody. It's everybody. And it's not that we seeing it to put anybody down. It's that we expect better from you. We expect the champ to be better than what we're being shown. And then the fact that we actually know it's in you, that's what makes it even worse. But at the same time, we can't, she doesn't take, one of your callers said her not taking accountability for the things that she does or nobody holding her accountable. You ever have a relative that is on the spectrum and you let that relative get away with all types of stuff because you know they on the spectrum, or a friend or a friend's friend or a friend's relative? Like they could punch you in the face literally, and you like, if I hit this person, I'm dead wrong. If I take something and go upside this person's head, I'm dead wrong. Because you know they are the spectrum. That's how I see Claressa. And that's why I feel like nobody's holding her accountable, because in order for them to hold her accountable, they have to hold themselves accountable.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
So you think accountability is the issue with Claressa, Papoose, Demetrius Figure, the whole team?
I don't care about Papoose. You know what? She a mark for Papoose.
But she does what he says. She said whatever he says goes. Yes, sir, boss.
You know what? Yeah, but that's because, okay, so what person in their right mind going to turn over their whole career? They already was the champ, and then you ain't the champ no more. And it's not because you lost the fight. It's because you lose it in life.
Yeah, I hear you. Hannah Gabriels just jumped in the chat. She listening to you.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not. I hold Claressa accountable for the things that she does because she does know right from wrong, but that does not take away from the fact that she ain't. Forgive me. I'm not a doctor, but I see it and everybody else see it. And that's why she get away with the stuff that she gets away with. They don't mess with her too tough. But now, the thing about it is, now I'm switching gears because, see, at one point in time, she wouldn't drop weight. She wouldn't drop weight at all. And now she dropping weight because she being blackballed right now. She can't get the fights that she really wants. Nobody with the money really want to fight her. And the people that really want to fight her, they will give her a fight. A real fight. She can't get away with what she's been getting away with. She can't be half working out. And I come from a family of athletes, so you can't turn on no video and show me that you on a treadmill or that you running or that you sparring for a second for the gram. If you really into it, you into it. You ain't even gonna really want to be videoing everything that you doing. Yes, you got to drop weight now. You have to. See how God works? You got to drop weight. And you got to come back up. But you got to go through the ranks to come back up. And you got to fight all these little people And no disrespect to the people, but they not where she at for real. But she got to fight these people. But at the same time, since you dropping weight, why don't you fight Danielle Perkins? I bet you won't fight her because she almost like you. She know how you fight now, and she will give you a run for your money. We throwing everybody else here, everybody else out there. There are people out there that will give you a good fight, but you can't get that. So now you got to stay in house because you want punishment because you don't know how to act.
Right.
You understand? Like, it has nothing to do with her skills. Everything that's happening to her right now has nothing to do with her skills. And yes, I am one that watched you. I liked you when you were not talking. I liked you when you were not with Pat. I liked you when I didn't see that these people was really taking advantage of you and milking the cow, and you the cow. And you don't even know it. I liked you then. Because now I see everything. And I see you don't know no better. I see you don't know how to read your contracts. You can't even say acidity.
Yeah.
So I'm not asking you to spell accountability. You understand? Like, and I'm not comparing you to any one of these male boxers that got an attitude problem, because guess what? They all went through the fire. Floyd went through the fire, came out the fire. Now he's going back through the fire all over again. So I'm not comparing you to Floyd Mayweather. Plus, you a female. I'm not comparing you to them. Can't compare you to my greatest of all times, who is Layla Ali on the women's side. You cannot hold the candles to her. I'm sorry. You cannot. You refuse to. That's the problem. You refuse to. You refuse to give anybody their credit, their props. Everybody competition. Hannah in the chat, I said, go and fight her, Hannah. She need a fight. Get your body right. Get back in there. One last hurrah. Beat her up real quick. Real quick. Or at least knock her down a couple of times. I'm just saying. You know, because she's not training right for real. This is not going to be a fair fight. Not at all. And not because the lady is 42. It's just skill-wise. I didn't know who she was either, so I went and watched a couple of her fights. It's not fair. You keep picking not fair fights. Not fair at all. You threw Freya off her square. Don't even mention Shadeja's name. Don't do it. I can't stand when you mention her name. Don't do it. Shadeja and Layla, those two names should not come out your mouth ever. Apologize to Hannah. You could talk to them people. Just tell them you want to fight her. That's how I feel.
All right.
But I think I got it out, though. You understand?
Yeah, I'm tracking with you 100%. No doubt.
You feel me, though? And Pat, and since, you know, last thing, Pat did wrong, because she a mark to him. I listen to Miss New York. I love when New York call because it's home. I can hear their accent, and I'm right next door. But I have family in New York. So, yeah, she does not go in the hood. He's not taking you in Brooklyn. He's definitely not taking you in Brooklyn. How he's standing on the block. You cannot go on the block in Brooklyn. You too loud. You stand out like a sore thumb. You would not belong at all. At all. And it's not because of Remy either. It's because of who you are. That's the reason. It has nothing to do with Remy.
So what about her cutting down to 160? I like to play. I like to talk both sides. But I'm trying to. Does anybody have anything good to say about Big GWOAT?
No, she let me know that she'll chop weight. And since you chopping weight down to 160, fight somebody that's worth fighting. And since you could chop down to 160, I'm pretty sure you could get down to 157.
Right.
Because all that is, that's not muscle that she carrying. If she turn that into muscle, slim up, trim up a little bit, she'll still have a booty. It'll just be tighter. That's all. Instead of loose. Don't nobody want no loose booty, Claressa. For real. Tighten up. You know, it'll just be tighter. You know, you'll be more muscle. And then maybe you'll knock somebody out. But if you knock this young lady out, yeah, she's younger than me. So, but if you knock Miss Scott out, Katie, that's her name? Kate Scott?
Yeah,
Katie Scott.
Yeah.
You knock her out, you ain't getting no respect for that. You're not. You're going to mess around and Caroline Dubois going to be able to work her way up to you. Keep playing. Keep playing. That's what I say. It'll beat you up. So, you know, I'm just saying.
Hey, let me take this. This is Hannah Gabriels, all right? Let me take this is Hannah Gabriels. All right.
All right.
All right. Bye. Yo, Hannah, you there?
What is going on, my brother?
Nothing. How you doing? You know, I got everybody in the chat sitting here, man. Excited to talk to you. So what happened, man?
Allow me to say hi to everyone. It is always my honor and my privilege to say hi to all of them. And to you as well.
Yeah, well, thank you. You know, you and I are buddies, so a lot of people know that, some don't. Some new to the channel, but you already know what time it is. So what happened, man? How come you didn't get the fight?
Oh, well, I think we already had set the conversation that she will not fight me. I'm just thankful that it is becoming evident, you know, that she actually doesn't want to fight anybody that is competition to her. You know, boxing used to be run by your record. So if you had 5 fights, you couldn't fight an 18 fight fighter, because when it comes to experience, when it comes to rounds and all of that, it's just not a competitive fight. And we all know that. All of the people that knows boxing knows that. And it just seems like this is a season where Claressa's team, and Claressa, as you know herself, is trying to fool people. But you know, is this ridiculous in many ways? People have say, well, you know, Hannah hasn't fought in many years. Well, I still have more experience than the girl that she's fighting. And as I said, the first time that I came to your channel, there is real beef over here. And even though I have been blocked for many years, the growth haven't stopped. And I'm always ready. I just wish that I have an opportunity to beat that ass, but I know that they will not take that, and that's okay. But I'm just, like I said, happy to see that things are becoming more evident to the public, and you know, that people is not allowing them to just fool them, you know, in a way.
Yeah, you know, I'll be honest with you. I said, well, I know Hannah's looking to retire, so the Claressa Shields fight probably won't materialize, because maybe Claressa reached out and Hannah, maybe the team like, look, we don't have enough time to even get ready for a fight of this magnitude. We're just going to focus on retirement. But
not at all.
Right, but when they announced,
yeah, there's one thing that you have to understand. I have been preparing for this fight since the day that I lost to her. It's been almost 8 years since then. I don't need time. I don't need none of that. I just need them to allow me to step in the canvas. There's a lot more than me wanting to fight her. You have the documents and you have the evidence that what they accused me of in 2023 was a lie. So with that lie, they have jeopardized more than just my career. It is about my daughter's future. And you are a dad, and you know how far and how deep that goes.
Mm-hmm.
So people seem to sometimes say, well, you know, Hannah hasn't fought in a couple of years because I fought at the end of 2024. But I don't know what's the big deal about it if she's fighting a fight or a 6 or a 7 fighter. Nobody should worry about me. I am ready. Nobody should worry about the outcome because it will be different from the last time. And there is enough hunger. There is enough damage for me to want to be done with this as soon as possible, and for me to want to make sure that this fight ends up differently from the first one.
Right. Are you now? You haven't been that active, but are you still ranked?
I am always training. I have been an athlete since I was 5 years old.
No, I said, are you still ranked? Are you still ranked? Ranked? Are you still ranked?
Oh yeah. If you check on the WBA rankings, where this lady is ranked as the champion because she won that Bacon championship just recently, I am number 8. And you might want to question why a fighter of a 20 plus fights is in a lower position than a one of 5 fights just because she's active and because she has open doors. But you know, my experience and my career talks for itself. And like I said, people should not worry. I'm not worried. She can knock me out. She cannot knock me out, and she cannot knock out anybody. So nobody should be worried about anything, you know. It's just a fight.
Yeah. What were your thoughts when you heard about Claressa Shields fighting this individual? Did you hear that she was going to be fighting her a few weeks ago, or today was the first time you heard?
I heard it today, but I saw that some things were coming up from Face Shot Leah.
Yeah.
I follow her and she follows me. She contacted me some time ago and she made a post about Claressa, and I actually told her, you know, that's not my way. But she got her attention now, and I saw it, and I thought that this might, you know, that this could happen. I actually saw Face Shot Leah working on some punches, and I saw my beautiful uppercut on her on her punches, and she's a great student. I'm proud of her. But I saw the announcement today, and that's okay. If Claressa wants to fight this 6 fighter, that's fine. But to try to sell to people that this is the fight to happen, that this is a fight for legacy, or to try to convince people that this is a meaningful fight is just I think you know, you got some nerve. And I've been an athlete for many, many years, but I have been a professional fighter for almost 20, and I had been a world champion for almost 15 years. So just to see this happening, and just to see how easily people, you know, tarnish down a professional career, and then just make it about whoever. It's hard because it takes time and it takes professionalism and it takes a whole bunch of other things to walk the path that I have walked. And she, at some point, Claressa said at some point that all of us wanted her to do the heavy lifting and to just take advantage of her accomplishments, and that's not truth. I became a world champion before she became a world Olympic champion. And I was already a champion when she became the second time an Olympic champion. And I faced her in her 8th fight with no amateur career experience. And I was able to give her a competitive fight. Because to all of them people that say that I got beaten down, they are softer than soft. Because that was a competitive fight. A beating is a very different thing from what happened in that 2018 fight. But I can assure you that the reason that they haven't taken that second fight with me is because they know that even though they have blocked me and they have made everything possible to get me out of the way, as I told you before, they haven't stopped the growth. And I am not a quarter of the fighter that you see on that fight against Claressa Shields in 2018. And I know that she's never going to take this fight. She knows that there's real beef over here. But at least I am happy to put this out there. You already have the evidence. You already have the documents. Mm-hmm. And you already know that the things that they are accusing me of in 2023 with the doping testing and all of that are all lies. Right. So from my position, there's not much I can do. And I just want to thank you and all of the other people that has spread the word, that has reviewed the documentation to confirm that I am not lying, that I am a transparent boxer, and that I have done everything possible to get to that fight. Some people say, oh, she just wants a payday. And I say, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I deserve a payday after almost 20 years of career, after giving Claressa Shields the fight of her life, and after being one of the fights that the people wants to see? Why is it that they think that I am not worthy of assuring my daughter's future? Not that it's important, but why would they not feel that I deserve it? I have do my heavy lifting way before she did hers. So this is about boxing, not about the things that she thinks she is entitled to. So if she doesn't want to fight me, that's fine. But at least the truth is out there, and the fact that I am willing to fight her and willing to beat that ass is out there as well.
Right. Let me ask you a question before you get off. I know there's a bit of a time difference. Now, when you fought Claressa, everyone has an opinion. Some think you won, some think she won. But you talked about not having a lot of the experience that maybe you if you would have had, you probably would have won with more confidence, but you realize that was your fight to win. Right now, would you say that maybe at that time Claressa was the most skilled opponent you faced, but right now you're a totally different person and the skill she had then wouldn't measure up to where you are now?
Well, she has, and I think the people that knows boxing knows that she has go down into her skills. She's not better than the day she faced me. She's a lot sloppier. She hasn't been able to work on that knockout power that she said many years that she was working on. And I mean, there's not much to say. The only thing that hasn't happened is for me to be in the canvas, to be able to show and to showcase what I'm able to do right now. And they have make sure that that I am not able to. Yet I'm gonna have my last fight in Costa Rica in December. And it is not my last fight because I want to. It's my last fight because I have decided to write a different end from what they wanted to write for me. I know that I am unable to change the destiny that they had with me when it comes to the industry interests. But when I step in the canvas, my brother, and when I be able to showcase how much I have gotten better, you'll know, and they will know why they have been avoiding me for the longest. There is real beef over here. If I ever get in the canvas with Claressa, she's not facing just Hannah Gabriels from the last fight. She's facing a Hannah Gabriels that has been blocked. She's facing a Hannah Gabriels that she has been talking shit about and lying about. She's gonna meet a Hannah Gabriels that values the damage that they have. They have had an impact in my daughter's future. And that Hannah, my brother, is not a nice Hannah. There's nothing I think about more than that fight. I cannot even think about other fights. People say, oh, why don't you fight anybody else? I'm like, I cannot think about anybody else. This is personal. This is about my life, my career, and they have managed to damage a lot of it. If I ever get to get in the canvas with her, and if I ever get the possibility to get my vengeance, I am going all for it. All in, my brother. Mm-hmm. All in.
Yeah, I know you would. And, let me ask you this. So with December, this is your retirement fight. You're talking about displaying all the skill that you have. If you go in there and you destroy your opponent and then you get a call from somebody are you thinking that this could be the fight to put you on the map, or are you really like, this is the fight and I'm done? What if you get that phone call like, hey, Hannah, no, pump your brakes. We need to have a conversation. What do you do?
I have decided to make my last fight not because I am on my downfall. I have made this decision because I think I deserve a different ending from the one that they wanted me to have. But I have been approached by MVP, and I told them, if I don't get hurt, I can fight every month. I have no time to waste. Make no mistake, I am not retiring because I feel like I have to, or because I am too old. this era of the 40 years old is different.
Right.
And I have been an athlete since I was 5 years old. I am not no regular, you know? So it is not because I feel like I should retire. It's just going like that because I think that's my only option. But I believe when it comes to these things, it depends solely on the fans. So if the fans wants to see our fight, I think that if they pressure for it, if they ask for it, they have no place to go but to go that way. And if fans actually want this fight, they have to know that I am willing. I am willing, for sure.
You know, you mentioned that you spoke to MVP. Now that's news to me, and that's great news.
Yeah.
Because but are you not at liberty to talk about that? You want to talk offline, or is it a mute point at this juncture?
There's nothing. There hasn't been any deep conversations, but I was able to meet with them, and they were able to see me and see my work. And like I said, there is a lot of blockage when it comes to because of different reasons, but mostly because I am not a fighter that is going to lose because of nobody. I am going to do my job. I am the old school boxer, so we'll see what happens. I'm not sure right now. I don't have a lot of hopes, that. I have gave up my hope to fight Claressa since the end of last year. But it doesn't mean that I am not going to still fight for what is right. And especially, like I said, you have the documentation and what happened to me. Not only is unfair, but I believe is important for other boxers, my colleagues, to know about this and just not put themselves into the position where they can be taken advantage of or placed in the public's attention as cheaters or people that doesn't have any integrity. This business and this industry, it could be and sometimes is unfair, and they have their own interest. So I believe that even if I don't get to fight with Claressa, which I believe is the only fight that makes sense for me, at least I'm able to put out there information that is valuable for other athletes. Claressa speaks about, the impact that she has in boxing. And I can honestly say when it comes to women, she has done nothing but to tear down the work that everyone else has done. But when it comes to me, she has just avoided the real beef. She has just avoided the opportunity to make money because she recently signed for an $8 million deal, and a inside of that $8 million deal, she had a $3 million sign-up bonus. Cyborg offered her $2 million, a quarter of her deal, and she didn't take it. And Cyborg is a fight fighter, and she didn't take that. She didn't take me, even though she says, she will beat me and all of these things. She's an easy fight. We all know that is not truth, so she didn't take me. But she takes this other girl, a 5 or 6 fighter that has all the compliance to fight her and not become any kind of danger to her. So, I mean, I'm just not the type of boxer that will play these games. Just know that if, I am being approached, or if I get approached, and it is a fair deal, because they have tried to approach me before with very disrespectful deals. If they come with a fair deal, I'll take it and I will get this over with.
That'd be outstanding, man. So let's say you get a fair deal. What do you look? You looking at fighting until you just can't fight anymore? If the deal's fair and they can keep you active, or you're looking at 2 or 3 and you're done?
Some years ago, a couple of years ago, I was able to reach my goal to become the best boxer that I was able to. So, if I am ever given the chance to flow with it, I will leave it up to God.
Right.
I will leave it up to God. I'm 43 years old, but I've never been. I know that Claressa said she's in a better shape of her life, which is not true. I think we've been able to see her along her career, and this is not the best shape of her life. And when she said in the last fight with Francione Cruz that she said that she had a 6-pack, she actually had a 2-pack. So yeah, no. She keeps lying and lying and lying and lying. But I am a boxer. I am a boxer of more than 20 years of experience, but I have been an athlete since I was 5 years old. And my body is trained and is ready to keep it going for a while. But I would like to retire with dignity, and I would like to retire with the goal in my hands of securing my daughter's future, because that is exactly the reason why I became a boxer at the beginning. I just wanted to pay my mom's house, and I did not have a lot of expectations for myself, but the Lord has allowed me to build a family and to build a future for my daughter. And I just want that to be secure. So if that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 fights, that's what I will do. I have the energy, I have the ability, I have the health, and I have the hunger.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, if they were to announce that you've been signed with MVP, that would shake up the entire sports world because of your story, because of your history with Claressa, and to see a reemergence of Hannah Gabriels. I am telling you, you already are a hot commodity, but you would be a hot commodity.
Claressa is banned from MVP, so
right. but
that would probably lift up the ban. Maybe.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. You come back, get your feet wet, and I could see that. But I could see Demetrius Savita trying to push Daniel Perkins on you, and that ain't what you want.
Oh, they already did, but Daniel Perkins is a 7-fight fighter as well.
Right.
And I am not longer in the heavyweights. Like, I'm 163 or something like that. But I think I sent you a video of me sparring a girl of 210 pounds and pretty much like Perkins style. Yeah. And I'm sorry to say, but Perkins is big. She could be, a heavy hitter, but she's too slow. She's too basic, and she is just not on my level. So, to bring to my attention mentioned that she, this and that. We supposed to have had that fight when I was a heavyweight champion and the WBC heavyweight champion, and she was the silver champion. And that fight never happened because of the promoter's interest. I was told by her manager that, television was not interested on our fight. And then before I got my the letter from the WBC that I was innocent, a month before that, I was sent for a mandatory fight to fight Perkins, but at that time, because of the 2023 situation, I did not have any credibility or support, so I couldn't organize a fight where I had to pay Perkins $10,000 or $15,000, and I was offered $10,000 to fight in Texas against her with no television. So I said, well, I'm not going over there for them to steal the fight, right? Mm-hmm. So that never happened, but it was not because I was scared, as Claressa likes to say. I think when Claressa fought Perkins, she said that I was scared about Perkins just because she is big, but she has no footwork. She's very basic though. And so, even though the fight was supposed to happen, it never happened because of managers and promoters and all of this fuckery, but not because of me. And I believe I am a 20 and plus fighter. It wouldn't be even fair for me to go against Perkins because just my experience and my rounds and all of that are way more than hers. So I don't think that's fair. And even though she has some power, it's just not fair.
Right. I'm tracking with everything that you're saying, man. You know what, man, Hannah? At 163, if you came back, what weight would you want to fight at?
She said she's going down to 160, my boy. Imagine that. My division was 154. I had been a champion in there I was a champion in there for about 12 or 13 years. That's my weight class. And that's when she came down to the undisputed on 154, she avoided me because her team and she knew what that meant. But I would love to fight in 154 again because that's my weight class. But at this point of life, 160, 154, it will be the weight class that I will be able to fight because regardless of which weight I'm taking it, if it is 160 or 154, the nutrition and the training and all of that, will be, for us, will be not difficult, but at least we'll be able to keep the weight, right? As a professional, you have to be able to get into the fight in the way that you're able to secure. So I won't be able to get into heavyweights. I won't be able to weight more than 175 because I am just not in that moment of my life where I can have the resources to keep the
functional mass and muscle,
and all of these things up there. But if she fights me at 160 or 154, even 147, I think I have been an athlete since 5, so my body is so efficient that I believe I will be able to go back to 147 at this point of my life. But
what? So at
154 will be good.
Yeah, 154. You mean to tell me that you could possibly get down to 147? Now you're talking about possibly making a fight with real big names down there. Maybe Baumgartner could come to 147, Caroline DeBar, maybe Amanda Serrano says, she Puerto Rican, you Costa Rican, you got the Latin thing going on. Y'all come together and scrap. That's a real big fight. I mean, damn, I did not realize you could possibly get down to 147.
Well, I in 2009 I became the champion of 147 pounds, but I had to let that go because I used to walk at 185 pounds. I was a little bigger at that time, but because I have been an athlete for so many years, at this point of my life, I just don't get more weight, or I do not lose weight from where I am. So I'm at 163, 165. And when I start training camp, I lose about 10 pounds the first 10 days. So in my calculations, if I get into training camp, I'll be close to 154 in no time. So I will try to keep that weight so that I can fight in that division. Or if I probably will be able to make a sacrifice to go down to 147, and it will not be the sacrifice that I used to do when I was younger, because I used to lose weight from 185. I will have to lose weight from 163. So that's less than 17 or 15 pounds. So I think I'll be able to do it. But that, because I am working on my last fight and not a lot of possibilities have come out, I'm sticking to that plan, but things can change on the way, and especially if the fans ask for it, I think that things can actually change, and that opportunity against Claressa Shields will show up. But at this point, like I said, I'm just trying to do my best. I am trying to live boxing with dignity as I should. And if things change in the way, I'll be the happiest. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know you would, but so would your fans, and so would a lot of casual observers, because when I sit here and I think about you, I told you this before. You really are a missing piece to women's boxing, the women's boxing puzzle. And I know all about you. You and a lot of people don't know our relationship. But man, I sit here and I just scratch my head. I was doing it a year ago. I'm doing it now, and I just don't understand, man. But I hope that, I know you talk with MVP, but hopefully they're sitting there and they're discussing amongst themselves kind of what to do, because it just doesn't make sense for them or someone to not. I know you have a certain deal in mind that you want, but for them to not want to pick you up, man, I mean, I just don't understand that.
Well, that's not that. I know that there is some blockage, and I know who it is. I just recently knew who was blocking that with MVP. I cannot speak about it, but there is some blockage, and that's fine. Like, I know how this business works, and recently I have gotten to realize how it works. But hopefully, the Lord is able to glorify himself in all of this. And like I said to you, my brother, if I ever get the chance, I will not only be grateful to the Lord, but I will do my job. That's for sure.
Right. Do you have anyone out there who's advocating on your behalf to kind of get beyond those impediments and make sure that you get a fair shake, and at least to stop all these damn roadblocks that they have? Is anyone working on your behalf, or this is just you and praying to the big man?
Well, not just recently, like a month ago, I was hired to give. I am a certified empowerment and self-defense instructor for kids and for women. And so I was hired to give an empowerment and self-defense class in Costa Rica in 2 locations. And one of the MVP's scouts was there. And he was able to see my work. He was able to see me with my people in Costa Rica. And he was pretty impressed. He left Costa Rica knowing that I know what I do. And very happy to know that people in Costa Rica loves her champion and respects her champion as they do. And so I know that I got into Nikisa's ear, and that's how we knew that somebody was blocking me. But I don't know what is going to happen. Like I said, I don't have a lot of hopes in that sense. Mm-hmm. But whatever happens is going to be approved by the will of God. So I'm just in expectation. I am doing my job. So when the moment comes, everybody will know, that I've been working in the shadows with discipline and with expectation. Even though I have lost some hope, I still trust God.
Right. Well, I tell you what, man, I really enjoyed talking to you like always, but you said some stuff that I didn't even know about, man. But I always find a way to get you to.
I say those stuff, and you only know about it. You're the first one to know, and you're the first one to hear about it. And as I told you, my brother, you were the first one to take me in that call. You didn't know it was me. But it was very hard for me to hear people saying, oh, Hannah didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I was the only one saying that. I was the only one saying you were innocent.
Yeah, you were saying that I was innocent. And even though you didn't have to prove, you said, you gave me grace. Yeah. You said, well, that kind of thing it sounds kind of fishy, and you gave me grace, and I was grateful for that, because not a lot of people has gave me any grace when it comes to this situation. But you did, and that's why I called that day. Not only because I was tired of hearing that, but because I was grateful that somebody was willing to acknowledge the benefit of the doubt. So let me just thank you in front of all of your viewers for giving me the benefit of the doubt. I am happy to be able to confirm that with the documentation that I sent you. And it is always a pleasure to be here with you, to listen to you, to watch your videos and to see your viewers, because they're pretty fair like you are. So it is always my honor.
All right, Hannah. Well, I appreciate you and respect you. We talk offline all the time, so you know what time it is, but I know you probably got to jump off of here. You've been on here for a while, but I will hit you up. And you take care of yourself.
No problem. Please give all of your viewers my best, my hugs, and my gratefulness for everything.
Okay, will do. I really appreciate you calling in.
No problem. I'll speak to you soon.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Bye. So yeah, that was my homegirl right there, man. Hannah Gabriels and shit. Yeah, she actually called in, man. I wasn't expecting that, but man, that's I know her, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, this blocking thing, it's like I say, the secret societies are full EFFECT. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say this, we're talking about Big Whoop, but for Hannah Gabriels, I really meant what I said, man. She's like the missing piece of the puzzle. You got all this stuff going on in women's boxing. My thing is, why wouldn't somebody want her? I know she in Costa Rica. She had a really good professional career. Yeah, you got to give her a fair deal. But I mean, with everything going on in women's boxing, why wouldn't somebody come out here and stop with the shenanigans, give her a fair deal? The woman is at 163 right now. 154 is where she's most comfortable. She could possibly make 147. She could go up to 168. So from 147 to 168, Hannah Gabriels can get busy. What is the issue, man? But now, she suggested that there's a little bit more going on, and that's unfortunate. That is. It really is, man. The Costa Rican princess, yeah, for sure. Yeah, wow, she revealed a lot. Yeah, man, but this Claressa Shields, see, this is the thing. When it comes to Big GWOAT, man. Claressa. You don't want to fight Hannah. Hannah, obviously is having some challenges getting back to the big stage. This thing about fighting the 42-year-old, I mean, you got to understand. I still want to know why. Why go after the low-hanging fruit? And it's no disrespect to K. Scott, but why go that route? You know what I'm saying? It makes me sit here. I don't even have to wonder. I know what they're doing with Claressa. They're having her fight stablemates. They're keeping the money in-house, and they want Claressa to win. She's going to win. She may get a knockout. And that caller who called in earlier, she may have been spot on about, who has gambling problems, etc., and, possibility of some shady shit going on. I mean, you just never know. I never even thought about that. You know what I'm saying? But she put some 2 and 2 together like, hey, Hood, don't rule this out. But I'm like, you're playing with fire when you do that, but you just never know. But I tell you what, for Claressa, with all of her accomplishments and accolades and supposed to be the big dog, ESPN ranked pound for pound #1 women's boxer right now, you the #1. I mean, obviously you can't fight the number 2 and 3 because of the weight division, but go fight the next killer between 168 and heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Go fight them. You fought Lanai Daniels. You fought Fran Sean at 168 pounders. Fight the damn Sarah Surich, the German I keep talking about. Why you didn't fight her? She has a fight penciled in for July. You telling me that if you would have went and tried to make a fight with her, they wouldn't have sit there and scrapped the negotiations that were ongoing and said, no, we're going to sit here and take this opportunity to fight Big GWOAT? You see, there's another person out here, Claressa Shields could have. See, there's another person out here, Claressa Shields. In my opinion, I thought she was going to fight her. I'm gonna show y'all her right now. I still got the box rec up. This is who I thought Claressa was going to fight. But I think I was giving her, I was giving her too much credit, obviously. But for Big GWOAT, this is who it is. Now, you may say she only has 7 fights. But yeah, she's from Germany. 7 fights, 4 knockouts, 57% KO ratio. She has more knockouts than Claressa in 7 fights. She's 32 years old, about Claressa's age. She's 6 feet tall. Okay? Why wouldn't Claressa and her team have pursued her? Now, this is the thing. She just fought Lanai Daniels December last year, and she beat her. So, now, there's some funny shit going on here. Oh, okay. I see what happened. I'm telling you what happened. Now, you see this person here, Sarah Surich? They removed the date. Claressa was going to fight Sarah Surich. You know how I know she was going to fight her? Because there was a placeholder. July like 5th or July 9th. Anyway, there was a placeholder, and it was showing on BoxRec for Sarah Surich in Germany. Supposed to fight in Germany. But opponent name was TBD. That was right there. That was on BoxRec. It's on the live. One of my lives. I got to take time to go find it. It's on my live. It's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. Y'all remember when I was showing y'all? I was like, yo, this is who Claressa's going to fight. It's going to be in the middle of July. They're saying the opponents to be announced, but they got the placeholder. It's going to be in Germany. Remember? We talked about that in depth. It's gone now. It's gone. Bingo, Hood, yep. You remember we were talking about that, right? It's gone now. So they chose to not fight Sarah Shurich. And instead, they're fighting Kay Scott, 42 years old, at 160. I'll just show you, man. So this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Like, honestly, this shit is crazy. And look, I am not trying to be rude or disrespectful to Kay Scott. But I'm going to tell you, if I'm going to fight somebody and I want to have a good chance on winning, I'm going to fight Kay Scott. 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 42 years old, 5'10", 70-inch reach out of Australia. I'm going to fight her instead of fighting this chick. 6 feet tall, 32, with power. I'm not fighting her. She's ranked number 1 out of 29 at light heavyweight. Ranked number 1 out of 3 out there in Germany. 57% KO ratio. And she turned pro in 2022. But when you come and look at Kay Scott, hold on, that ain't Kay Scott, that's goddamn Claressa Shields. When you look at Kay Scott, she turned pro in 2023, 42, 1 knockout. This right here is the lesser threat, the lesser of the 2 evils. That's why they went with Kay Scott instead of Sarah Shurich. Now, I'm going to leave it as that. We just cracked the case, you know what I mean? Hood Champion is on his detective also right now. You know what I mean? I went full Inspector Gadget, full Columbo, you know what I mean? I went full Blank Man on him. You know what I'm saying? I just need a Johnny 5 out here. We just cracked the case. Yeah, that's wild, man. That shit is wild. Dimitri Salita, come on now. Y'all got Big GWOAT. I think Big GWOAT is a problem for anybody. But come on now. Y'all gonna sit there and duck the big German? That's the fight I talked about. And then look at the weight. This is the other thing that I was talking about. The weight, man. This is the other thing I was talking about. That's why I said Claressa would get respect for fighting her. And she's a light heavyweight. Look at the weight. 173, 175. You know what I'm saying? Man, that would have been a good fight. At 175, look at the weight. Not at 160 pounds like what she's doing right now. Again, it's commendable that she's cutting down in weight. But that was the fight. Because, see, I talked about it. Now it makes sense because I'm like, that's why she couldn't announce the fight, people. You know, Claressa was supposed to be announcing this fight for over a month now. That's why she couldn't announce the fight. I don't know what happened with her. Now, nobody told me this. I'm just on my detective also right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my Bonnie 5 shit. Andy Griffith. That is the fight. That's why they couldn't make the announcement because there was something going on between Dimitri Salita win records, the people in Germany, is what I believe. That's what I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's why I tell Claressa just call in because I would ask her. But I know she watched it live. She know I already went out there, man, and put the magnifying glass, the telescope and shit on that. She know I already went out there and did all that, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. It's crazy she picked that lady. Yeah, it is wild. Yeah, that was her match. That was the one. It says, no disrespect, Hood, I love you to pieces, but you always give her too much credit. I don't give Claressa too much credit. I'm not emotionally involved in this, you know what I mean? I don't have an expectation. Y'all got to understand that. I used to fight. I've been punched in the face. I punched people in the face. I know I used to cut from 205 pounds to 160. So I can separate the way I feel about Claressa's attitude and then as a boxer. But right now, I'll say I was a little disappointed because I thought her and her team would have tried to, hit a grand slam here, but they're picking low hanging fruit. So right now, the way I see Claressa, I see it as they're just going to keep picking low hanging fruit as long as she wins, and she's never going to get in there with a real test. Now, I'm not saying she hasn't had real tests before, but right now, she's at the tail end of her career. Let me just show you. Claressa's been fighting for a long time, man. This is the thing that I think some people forget. Because even I sometimes have to take a look and be like, hold on a second. And this is, I'm going to just show you. This is why there's some disappointment with Claressa Shields as well. I'm gonna show you why there's some disappointment with Claressa Shields. Now this is Big GWOAT right here, right? Big GWOAT, 18 wins, 3 KOs. She turned pro in 2016. It's 2026, so she's been fighting coming up on 10 years, and she hasn't even averaged 2 fights a year. You know what I'm saying? Big GWOAT should be fighting 3 times a year. She should really be sitting closer to 30 fights. But she's only at 18, about to hit 19 now. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Big GWOAT has got to get out here and get active. But she's at the end of her career. People should have been fighting 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too much more for her to do. So now that I sit here and think about that whole, they got a plan for Claressa, but the plan is not for her to be in no challenging fights. And for those of y'all who are sitting there, man, and feeling a little bit agitated and saying that at least with Claressa, you're hoping that she will put on good fights. Look, man, she about to fight Lauren Price next. If she get through this fight, which she will, she fighting Lauren Price. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Crazy, 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 man. You know what I'm saying? Man. But it is what it is. And Claressa, I know you're watching. Just go ahead and call in. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot been said tonight. I would like to really hear from Claressa about the decision because I know what's going on here. Call in. And if not, talk about it. Talk about your rap career. Claressa out here, somebody told me today, Claressa about to drop another song. I'm like, how you know that? They're like, I can't reveal my sources. I'm like, well, don't come out here just feed me bullshit. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know the person, but I'm just telling y'all. So maybe Claressa really is trying to just be a social media influencer, rapper now. Maybe that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So they got to get their money by any means. Yeah, they do. Anyway, the phone line is open now, man. There was somebody who called in. I apologize. Hannah Gabriels was on the line, but 929-839-0679. Go ahead and call in. I don't want to call you back because I don't know your number. If I got numbers saved, I will call back. I'm calling about the crystal. Oh, you got something to say? Okay. There's someone who told me someone told me to call them back. So I will call back. They actually left a couple of messages. So I feel bad and shit. See if they answer.
Hello?
Hey, it's Hood Champion, man. He said, he's calling you back.
Man, I can't understand what you're saying. Who is this?
It's Hood Champion. You guys called the show?
What?
All right. Later.
All right, I can't hear you.
Yeah, this is Hood Champion. He called and told me to call him back. Let me play this message for this dude, man.
I'm calling about the fight. Claressa got something to say. I get back with you.
And they shoot me a text, say, call me. I call him, and Daddy said they don't know who it is. So that's why I don't like calling people back. Yeah, that sounded, I almost thought that was the POTUS for a second. You know what I'm saying? You call me, tell me to call you back, and then I call you back, and you act like you don't know what the hell going on. So, he must be over there eating some goddamn shit sandwich or something. You know what I mean? Anyway, man, 929-839-0679. It's never a dull moment. Yeah, I had to let McNicholas go. Never a dull moment over here at the Hood Champion Boxing and Sports Live. Yeah, another Cletus. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, for real. So y'all saying she's out? Yeah, Claressa, I know you're watching, man. But the people just need an answer. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Layla Ali told her what to do. He can't remember. He got to ask for instructions. Yeah, that's crazy. But Layla told Claressa, she told her to cut that weight. I'm reading the comments. Y'all got me laughing. But she told her to cut that weight now. So I guess we got to wait and see what's going on here because there's a lot. That's her next married man she's stalking. Y'all crazy. We got to see what she's going to do. Yeah, that Spanish fish, that's Simone. Yeah. But for Claressa, you might as well just call into the show, man. You know what I mean? You know, everybody in here, nobody going to disrespect you. We going to sit here and chit-chat with you. I know you listening. Just call in. You know, I ain't going to ask you them stupid questions. I ain't going to disrespect you. I'm going to let you talk. And if you're like, hey, I'll talk, but I don't want no questions, I'm like, all right, go ahead. The only thing we want to know is what's up with the opponent selection. Just talk. Because I really want to know why she didn't fight that German now. And I want to know if she's going to stay down at 160. And I want to know what's up with next year and the baby. But she ain't going to come out here and talk about that. You know what I'm saying? At all. Chuko, sleep. Stretch up. Yeah, get comfortable, man. All right, get comfortable. There you go, lay back. There. A little man right there. He like to be with daddy. He there sleeping.
Unknown caller.
Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Hey, I just wanted to call in and ask a question. I spoke to you the other night.
Okay.
If you was a boxing promoter and you had a premier fighter, with all the stuff that goes on with Claressa Shields at the weigh-in and her slapping Alicia, would you want to put your fighter in front of her?
Would I want to put?
That's the only question I have. Based on who she fighting now.
Yeah. No, I probably wouldn't. The only way I would have an opponent, one of my fighters, fight Claressa, because it's a big opportunity. Whether people like her or not, if you get an opportunity to fight Claressa, hard to turn it down. But the money got to be right, because you don't know what's going to happen from win records, the people on the sidelines. Is my fighter going to get shoved? Someone going to get slapped? Is someone going to get shot? Like, these would be my concerns, because you don't know what's going to happen. You saw what happened there with Franchon. That shit was a WWE a Royal Rumble going on out there. Then she out here talking about, stand on business and hitting people, and she went and hit Alicia. So it's like, now she did other day talking about, I'm a known killer, and all this crap. And it's like, what is it that she won't do? She's talking the talk, thoughts become action. Like, will she really do something stupid? So I don't know if I want to immerse myself in that chaos. But again, if so, the money has got to be right. There's got to be conversations and necessary precautions put in place to keep everybody safe. But you just don't know. You just don't know. But that's why I want to see what's going to happen with this promotion. Is she going to continue down the same ruinous path that she did with Franchon and leading up to the slapping Alicia out there at the Netflix MVP event? Is she going to continue down that path, or is she going to try to be more professional? That's what I want. And it's Papoose as a promoter / whatever he is with Win Records. Is he going to be up there rapping on the microphone again? What's going to happen? Because, that Franchon press conference, everything about that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was just chaotic. It was a mess. So
okay, but say the weigh-in goes well. We get to the fight. Her family is there, and she get knocked out. Is her brother gonna jump in the ring and beat the hell out your fighter?
Let me tell you something. If Claressa gets knocked out, I think all hell breaks loose. Especially if they're fighting in Detroit and supporters. If Claressa gets knocked out, whoever knocked her out, whoever's on her team, they better have the police escort them out of there. I think all hell breaks loose.
That's my point, and that's why she fighting who she fighting. Because I'm just like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm 57. I'm old school boxing. My mom was a boxing fan, and Hannah just said it. Back in the day, you had to climb your way up the ladder. You couldn't just say, I'm fighting this boxer. You had to beat a boxer. Then it was the next boxer in the league that had, like, I don't know how to say it, that. Then you fight that boxer and you work your way up to the belt. You couldn't just challenge the champ.
You're talking about the rankings.
Exactly. What's happening now? What's going on with boxing?
Well,
it's no fun no more. I said to my daughter, I want to make money. And I'm 57. You think I could train and just have them put me in the ring and get beat up for some money? I could just curl up, get beat up, let a professional punch on me. If that's all it takes. I don't have to work my way up. I can just say I'm a great boxer and jump in the ring.
Well, I think that's why they have the exhibition bouts and the different things. If someone builds up their profile big enough, you could have an opportunity to fight someone like Claressa, but not in an officially sanctioned bout. It'd be more like a spectacle type fight and exhibition. But still, you'd have to build up your profile. But I see what you're saying. It should be the number one should be fighting the number two. The three should be fighting the four. I understand. That's why you look at the men and Zuffa boxing and what they're doing over there. They're trying to get to that. But I understand what you're saying. I understand.
No, it used to be like that. You in my age group, when Muhammad Ali, even Mike Tyson was fighting, you had to work your way to the champion. You couldn't just sanction a fight. After the fight, they would even say to the winner, okay, he won this bout. His next person on the roster is so-and-so. And then he can make it to Muhammad Ali.
Right. Well, back then, first, the rankings matter, but if you call somebody out, they had pride and ego. They're like, you call me out, I'm going to fight you. Now, the promoters are running the show, and they want to make sure they protect their cash cows and stuff like that. But yeah, I understand. Boxing is not the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is different. And that's why you see there's a lot of changes going on right now, especially with the men, with Turki Al-Sheikh, Zuffa boxing. They're pulling guys over and they're having, 50-50 fights. But they're trying to get to where you think it should be, where most people think it should be.
I just don't like it because I really feel like when you put in the work, sweat, and you're winning or you're losing, I feel like your rank shouldn't matter. I don't think you should just be able to call out the champ and qualify to fight the champ, and that's why we keep having these 15-minute fights.
Right.
I paid $100,000 for a ticket, and the bottom card, the top card, and I didn't have to fight for 15 minutes, and all the fights is over.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. That ain't changing no time soon, but hopefully it does. But I appreciate you calling in, man. You got anything else?
All right. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
For listening to me.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. All right. Bye. Okay. Austin, Texas, go ahead and call back. You keep calling. Sorry for missing your call. 512, go ahead and call back. And I don't know who this is. If I call them, they be like, who's this? I ain't call you. It's bullshit. People be forgetting they call in and to ask me to call them back. But I don't know. I may roll the dice on you, Austin. I give you 30 seconds. You call back. If not, I'll hit you up because you called. You just called. Actually, you called within like 40 seconds ago. Let's see what happens here. We're going to roll the dice.
Sorry, the person you were trying to reach.
You see what I'm saying? Anyway, man, only Iron Mike can do that. Yeah, Mike Tyson was a different animal back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, that sweat equity is real. 929-839-0679, man. Call in if you want to chit-chat about anything, especially about this Claressa Shields stuff, man, and women's boxing. But I'll tell you what, you know, Amanda Serrano throws her shots at Claressa, letting her know, like, what are you doing? But Gabriela Fundora, man,
Unknown caller.
she talking her stuff, too. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, what up, Hood?
Yeah, how you doing, champ?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Yeah, man. I gotta keep it real, man.
All right.
I don't like her choice of boxers. I don't like it. Man, to be real, man, you call yourself the GWOAT. To me, I feel like, man, you got a lot of work to do. Cause you're only fighting some people that's 30 and above, 40 years old. Like, what's up with the youngsters? Like, can you expand on that? Like, do they got some upcoming fighters or something? Like, what's up?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, man, the pickings are slim. There just aren't that many great fighters out there. But her going down to 160, no, they got some fights down there for her. Raquel Miller, Michaela Mayer. She could fight Chantel Cameron. She has more opportunities now, but a lot of them already are slated to fight. I want to see what she's going to do after this. Is she really going to fight Lauren Price? But is she going to fight a killer? Is she going to fight somebody else? Although the person she's fighting has 2 titles. She's a champion, but, I mean, 42. I mean, although she's a champion, I mean, come on now, let's be real.
It's time, man. It's time right now. She worried about her butt being small because she don't want to go small. I mean, come on, man. It's time to fight. Like, we want to see some fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I consider myself a casual. I don't care. But if I pay my money, I want to see the best fight the best within the weight class they can make. I mean, if she can make that weight class that she said she could, I want to see it. I'll pay my money. We want to see the best fights at the best weight division. So, I don't want to talk about nobody money, but Detroit, she like to fight in Detroit. She like to fight in Atlanta. So those people in those 2 cities, Detroit and Atlanta, like, what's up, bro? We want to see something. We want to see some action, man. We want to see some. I know y'all want to see some action. Like, come on, let's get it. Let's go. We ready. We got our money. Let's get something going, man. Get you a younger fighter. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on too. We want to see it. The fans ready.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's kind of the pulse of the people right now. They're frustrated. They're like, damn, man, you giving us a shit sandwich. You know, you cutting down to 160. They respect that. You fighting out of Detroit. They respect that. But who you fighting? You see what I'm saying? So she's not gonna hear the good. Oh, they out of the 3 areas, they're giving you a high five. They're giving you the gold star. But the fighters, like, I know for a fact, like, I'm willing to say this. I believe 100% they were negotiating a fight with Sarah Schurich out of Germany, but they found a lower hanging fruit they could pick, and that's the direction they chose to go. That's why she wasn't announcing her fight. That's what I think the issue was. They chose to go an easier route. That's just my opinion.
Man, she gotta do something. Come on, GWOAT. What's up, GWOAT? Hit the line, GWOAT. We gotta hear something out here, man. Come on, we gotta hear something. The fans out here, man. We trying to honor that name, the GWOAT, but you gotta give us something. Like, come on, man. Come on, call up, give us explanation. What's going on? That's what we want to do. I'm a casual. I'm trying to see some action. Like, come on, man.
Right. Well, we'll see if she call in. You know, she afraid to call in here. She'll come in under her fake profile and talk to me. But we know who it is. She might as well call in. It's not going to be any backlash.
She tried to set the GWOAT and she's scared to call in and stuff like that. Oh, man, come on, man. There's too much going on.
Yeah, ain't going to be no backlash.
Hey, Atlanta and Detroit, she like to fight there. We got to hold her accountable, man. I'm down south Texas, but we got to hold her accountable, man. Come on, let's step it up. We need some fights around here, man.
I hear that, man. Well, all right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I agree with him. I think he kind of speaks for a lot of the people out there. They're like, yo, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? People out here really want to see, because there's a lot of people who like her. There's a lot who don't like her. But even you can tell he's someone who's a casual, but he wants to see her fight. He likes her. But you even hear them frustrated right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why, in my opinion, this comparison to Muhammad Ali is he's number one, Mayweather's number two, and then there's her. Nah, man, she going out bad. All that talent, and this is what she want to do. I mean, come on, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But she ain't getting no fans, but she got us talking, you know what I'm saying? Hood, you think she will lose fans because of who she chose to fight? Yeah, I think she'll lose supporters, yeah, 100%. You know, there are people out here who've already, you know, a lot of people who I've talked to, you know, because I talk to a lot of people, and they're like, a lot of them are supporters. And they're like, I can't do this no more. From the attitude to everything. They're like, you know, if you're going to have a bad attitude and you want to go viral, cool. At least give us fights. They're like, you're not even giving us the fights, man. You know, they're like, how can we support you anymore? So when people troll you, they're like, man, shit, we see why. You're talking the talk, but you're not walking the walk. You know, I understand the business too, you know. I mean, I get it, but I don't agree. Anyway, you go ahead and call back somebody, they just call. I try to answer the phone, but you know, if you're gonna talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk. And these fans out here, you know, they ain't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and call back whoever just called. I ain't calling nobody. There we go. I ain't calling nobody back no more. Well, the New York number called twice and hung up. So I don't know if it's the signal or what, but it ain't disrupting the live 347. I got your number here. I ain't calling you back. Dangerous Babe trying to call. Is that you, 347? Don't hang up. Hello. Yeah, how you doing?
Behind. I'm sorry. I think I'm behind watching the video. Hi, this is Dangerous. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. What's going on with you?
Good. I got a whole list of stuff, so I'm so frustrated.
Well, go ahead and start cooking.
So the first thing I wanted to bring up is that Claressa has this fan base, this loyal fan base, and they will fight you down in the comments and everything about her. Like, you can't say nothing bad about her. She's blocking everybody else, and then her fans are attacking everybody. But I don't see the same time and attention that she dedicates to going and fighting people in the comments. She's not giving her fans the same acknowledgement. She doesn't spend time thanking her fans, saying she appreciates them, doing like, oh, you'll win a free ticket if you do this or that. She spends so much time attacking people that she calls her enemies or haters, but she doesn't acknowledge her fans, the one that's part of her income, those ticket sales. But she'll go hard to fight an enemy or a hater. And I think that's insane. Everybody else acknowledges their fans. They thank their fans. You could go look back at all her videos. She doesn't do that. I think it's the craziest thing. It's insane.
Is that a quality of a narcissist?
I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist, but maybe so. I mean, that's one thing about narcissists is there's this grandiosity. Everything's about them. And they're the biggest and the best and the greatest and stuff like that. And so she does display that. And she did nickname herself the GWOAT. Usually people name a fighter or someone. We give them the name. We say we think they're the greatest. They don't name their damn self that. And then they're like, oh, I'm the GWOAT. I'm the GWOAT.
Right.
People call them the GWOAT. They earn that status. But no, she named herself that. And honestly, my opinion is that you don't get to do that. If you look at Amanda Serrano, she has over 50 plus fights. Claressa has 10 years resume, but those little fights, 19 fights, how you only have that many fights? You just were talking about this. How do you have such a small number of fights, but you call yourself the GWOAT? And then you ain't got as many knockouts. Not saying knockouts is everything, but what are you doing? Punching pillows? I don't understand. I guess she just got acknowledged by ESPN for being pound for pound #1.
Yeah.
It's all about this acknowledgement. He's I'm #1. I'm the best. I'm this. I'm that. But you're not putting in the work, honey. You're not putting in the work. What are you doing? You're dedicating more time to baddies. And I think the last caller, the male, he said, she don't want to lose weight because of her butt. I've heard that. She doesn't want to lose weight because she wants to look thick for the guys and look sexy, and she doesn't like that boxers. You know, a lot of them, because they're so fit and toned, we lose some of our femininity.
Right.
So she wants to stay thicker so she can have a fatty and all this other stuff. So she don't want to lose weight because of that. When I thought it's supposed to be about boxing.
Right. I agree with you.
Let me look at my list.
She got a list, boy.
I got a list. I was making the list. But no, thank you for calling Yanti Cheryl every time I asked. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, my daughter.
Oh, yeah. That's my girl right there. You got to call her, you know.
Yeah. What else do I have on here? Oh, the other thing is, which I find weird, is how come nobody promotes her? When it comes to her fights or anything, Salida, when they're not promoting her, she's promoting herself. She's the one saying, I have a fight coming up, or I have this coming up, and spending all that time. Usually, don't organizations promote you?
Yeah, but I think they're convinced that social media promotes her enough to where they don't need to put money into that. Because the reality is, I have a live every night. And, you know, there's so many women on my channel now. This is what we talk about, women's boxing, but Claressa is the majority of the conversation. So, and other channels now, they're doing it. When they go, everything's Claressa. So they're like, shit, what's for us to promote? They're talking about she fighting on this day, who she's fighting, the person's background. Ain't nothing for us to say. We don't need to sell it. It's selling itself. But they should still put something out there. They will on Twitter post a flyer, but no, the press conference, I don't know if they're doing one. The fight's in July. I mean, we almost in July right now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
it should have been picked up by now. I mean, I get some fighters might throw themselves out there, but I still don't think they promote her enough. She done built this resume for herself saying she's a rapper, she's a model, she's this. And I'm thinking, you ain't no damn model. You're not a model. Like, how you tagging Victoria's Secret and Louis Vuitton? You got like 2 pair of Louis Vuittons. Louis Vuitton ain't tagging you. Victoria's Secret ain't putting you on the runway like they did Angel. Like, you ain't no damn model, girl. Like, maybe you aspire to be, but
you don't think you can't see Big GWOAT walking out there in some sexy lingerie for Victoria's Secret with the boxing belt around her waist?
I mean, she could, but she need a little bit of work in them heels. You saw her. I don't know if you saw it, but Angel, she looked good. She
she did.
She had confidence and everything. Big GWOAT might fall down. She ain't good with the heels. She's still learning, and that's okay. It's okay. I ain't knocking her for that, but I just feel like this fight coming up, she has fans. I love what that last caller said. There's really fans. She has fans.
Yeah, August 15th. August 15th.
To watch her fights.
I said
but I don't
July.
think her
August.
last 2 fights were as good as the other ones. It's like she's falling off. But her fans want something. They want a challenge. They don't want to see her go out there and fight some amateur person with barely enough fights that they know she's gonna beat. That she's earned that title GWOAT, so she needs some competition. She needs to fight Hannah.
Oh yeah, were you on the live when Hannah was talking?
I watch most of your lives all the time. I'm the army that I called. I don't know how many days ago that was.
Yeah, I remember.
But I missed you like the last 2 or 3 days because I had some stuff going on, so I missed it. I was like, oh man, I thought I missed Auntie Cheryl, but I was watching a lot that was already that I was a part of that I watched, and I was like, oh man, I thought I missed it, but yeah, thank you for calling her. But yeah, I know we talk about her every day. She thinks everybody is a hater. There's so many women that are trying to give her jewels and knowledge to uplift her. Even on her post, when I go on her page, people are trying to help her. You hear so many people say, oh, she needs this team. She needs people that give her good advice. No, she had them. She pushes them all the way. She does not listen to any of them. She just does what she wants to do. That's probably why Pat bowed out. He made he was in an interview and he said something about he had to learn when to let people just do what they want to do. And he was speaking in reference to her because I think he was trying to give her advice and she was like, no, I want to do it my way. But her way is not working, and I think she's like crash burning like right now. She doesn't realize it. Her whole career, her legacy, everything is just catching on fire, and she thinks it's heating up. She's about getting the bag and getting money and being a baddie. But that's not why people fell in love with you. They fell in love with you because of your boxing. And you're neglecting that to do everything else. It's just sad. It really is.
No,
but she gives everybody the content to talk about. She was talking about her business so much, nobody would be making money off of her. She talks too damn much. If she wasn't putting everything out there, nobody would have something new to say.
Right. Yeah, she's not gonna stop talking anytime soon. And people are gonna have things to say. I agree with you 100%. Because she ain't gonna stop talking anytime soon.
And the other thing on my list is, I guess there's this other young girl who has been knocking some people out. I don't know what her name is, Leah.
Face shot Leah.
Yeah. So I started to watch some of her stuff. So I'm like, oh, maybe we got some competition. What I was gonna say, that makes me think about UFC fighting. I don't know why watching that girl made me think about UFC fighting because she had on gloves, but Claressa had like 3 UFC fights. She won 2.
She had 2 of them.
Lost 1.
She was 1-1.
But there's a video going around of one of the fights where she's on the bottom being dominated. And I think she left UFC because that's not her strong suit. That shit ain't no joke. I did that stuff in the Army, and that shit is tiring. When somebody gets you in a dominating position and you can't get out of it, it's not the same as boxing.
Oh yeah. UFC is not the same. I agree 100%. 100%. But what's his name? What's his name said he didn't want her doing it. That was Papoose who said he didn't want her doing it, and she just decided to leave it alone. But a lot of us were like, he should have allowed her to do it because, in my opinion, that's when Claressa was respected the most and on top of the world. She was dominating boxing and getting her respect over in the MMA world. And she just, she's not in the same position she was in then. I think she should have stuck with it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think when she's focused and determined, she can do great things. But I think she is totally off track. This relationship and the baddies and everything else, making money, the distractions is taking her away from her skills, perfecting her craft, doing well in what she knows to do. And she's very distracted. And like I said, the last 2 fights, I don't think she did it. She won, but she didn't fight the way she usually fights. And you can tell because she's not spending as much time working out and perfecting her craft as she used to. And it's sad. But at the same time, it's entertaining to watch. Just like you, I am very much intrigued, and it's like a case study. It's like, it's curious. I gotta watch. I can't help it. I gotta watch. Now I gotta listen to Auntie Cheryl tell us the scoop.
Right.
Yeah. But thank you. I watch your show. Anytime you go live, my notifications go off and I'm watching it. I've never called into it live before. This is the first time. Well, my second time now with you, but thank you for letting us call and say what we got to say, and we appreciate your content.
I appreciate you, but you and I got that common thread, so not many people would understand that. So that's why, the connection is there. You ain't got to say much, and I understand you just because of our backgrounds.
Yeah. Brothers and sisters. We all brothers and sisters.
That's right. Well, all right. I appreciate you.
All right. Have a good evening.
Right,
good night, ladies and men.
All right. We'll talk to you.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Yeah. Okay. Man, this is crazy. Okay. where are we at here? Says the mouth industry is a secret. So the belt, the BTA, that's a real thing. She took her name, belt to ass, BTA. How she take her name? I mean, y'all know I don't be on the internet like that. So what I miss? I was at the pool today chilling, and my sons were out there playing, and I was sitting there live talking about men's boxing. So, what happened? What did I miss about the BTA thing? Because see, I'm not aware of Claressa taking her name. See, is that true, or that's just content creators doing what they do? Because I have a tough time, I just need to see it. I ain't gonna say I have a tough time believing nothing anymore. I just need to see it because she added it to her profile. Oh, that's crazy. On what profile? Twitter, Instagram? Are you kidding me, man? Yeah, that's wild. So she just trolling people, man. Okay. Well, I mean, whatever, man. That's a trip. So the girl should add GWOAT to her profile. You know what I'm saying? That's why Gervonta Davis has her image from when she was out there in Aruba when she had the poor makeup job. That's why he has that image as his profile picture. So, that's why people stay trolling her and everything. It's not a name, but a saying. Yeah, I know what BTA, I understand. But I'm just saying, still, the girl called herself BTA. It's her go by. You know what I'm saying? If that's what she called herself, BTA, it is what it is. And block face shot. I know who Mama Bossy is. Mama Bossy, Claressa Shields, how you doing? Just call in, man. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to know who you are. You keep changing your profiles. That is wild. But, I don't judge you. You know what I'm saying? Just call in, Mama Bossy, Big GWOAT. Just call in. You went from, who was that person who was in here? Lawrence or somebody? Then Napoleon and Nicola, whatever the hell the name was. Just call in, man. That's a trip. We want to talk to you, Claressa, so just call in. I don't know why you just keep coming in here with these different profiles. I mean, it's all good because we're still interacting with you, but just call in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know you got like 15 million different burner accounts. Just see, I don't have any of that shit. That's why I don't understand that. Maybe, like I said, I'm from the goddamn old school. I ain't got time for that shit. I didn't even know people had all them burner account bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's either I'm going to come to your page and talk to you, or I'm just not going to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. That is wild. I was thinking, what if Claressa fights are tax write-offs? We gave away tickets. We lost millions. Well, the thing is, they give away tickets. She says she's very childish as well. They give away tickets. And it's okay. Everybody gives away tickets. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I mean, that's not a fail if you're giving away tickets. It's okay. Give away some tickets and then, people pay for the rest. But they always give up. There's always comp tickets out there. I don't understand. Why is she using a light skin pick? I thought she ain't like the light skins. Says, no hood. I'm working on a line at work. Mama Bossy. Now, I don't know who Mama Bossy is. That sounds like Claressa. You know what I'm saying? It says right off the ops. Yeah. Anyway, I've been on here for what, 3 hours? I'll stay on here if the phone is ringing. So I'll give it 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Because I went to the gym. I got to get up and go to that boxing gym in the morning. But if the phone ring, I'll stay on. If not, I give it 5 minutes and I'm going to be like, adios, negros. And Hood Champion go bounce. Kurt, what's up, Kurt? Curtis is Claressa's there, yeah. But anyway, man, we'll see what happens tomorrow when it comes to Big GWOAT, man. I'm sure there'll be something else that has happened in somebody's chat. She'll go live. Papoose will make a show, and there'll be some shit that happens, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Says, no, I promise I'm not Claressa Shields. Well, Mama Bossy, call in. You know what I'm saying? If you got time to type, you got time to call. So call in, 929-839-0679. The reason why I'm assuming you're Claressa Shields is because you dissed face shot Leah. You called her block shot face. So that's not something that, most people in here in my chat would do. You know what I'm saying? So that's not like something Claressa would do. It says hood on troll account alert. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the beast. Yeah. It says you're amazing, bro. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate Kurt. We're just out here chilling. You know what I mean? I enjoy talking to everybody in here. Anyway, I'll give it 3 more minutes before I get out of here. 929-839-0679. And if you called and you want me to call you back, I'm not calling you back. Oh, there we go right there. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, what up? It's Dre again before you get out.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie, Gwo. Hey, man. Gabriel gave you a mean hook, man. That knocked you down. I want to see that fight again. I'm about to watch that fight again on my TV right now. But she gave you a mean one. Like, I need to see that. I need to run that back. For real, though.
You talking about Hannah Gabriels?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good fight, man. That was a real good fight.
They need to run that back, man. Because I listened to the live earlier. I was going to watch that fight. She gave you a good fight. I don't know, man. There's level to this shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I want to see it, man. God damn. Yeah, man. That's a good fight. I'm going to go back and watch that mug again, but I want to see it before she retire, whatever she want to do. But that's one person I think she should get a rematch. If anything, she should get a rematch.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do some video. I've done a lot of videos on Hannah Gabriels, but now that she kind of let me know a little bit more, it's like, all right, so I'm going to put a bit of fuel to the fire in about 4 or 5 videos tomorrow and get things bubbling again. Because you know what, to be honest with you, that is the fight. That right there is the fight for Claressa Shields. It was Shadesha Green and Hannah Gabriels, of course, but now it looks like she's still out here ready to rumble. So Shadesha is going through what she's going through. I'm like, shit. Hannah Gabriels, that is the big name, the big fight. If she doesn't fight her, I don't know what. I don't know what to say. That's the fight right there.
I mean to cut you off, but I was thinking, I was like, that definitely is the fight to make. Like, you know what I'm saying? Money, she gonna make money. The GWOAT gonna make money. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the fans gonna be satisfied. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything else between whatever happened between that, make all that squashed and understood on both ends, and then just get, you know what I'm saying, make it happen, because we want to see something. I think that would be one of the fights that the GWOAT should make, like, coming up next after the fight she have next. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
no, I'm tracking with you, man.
Yeah, but I'm gone. I'm about to go to bed. I just want to holler at you real quick again one time.
All right. I appreciate you, boy. We'll talk to you.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
All right. Yep. All right, man. Yeah, that Hannah Gabriels, but you know what? I'm be honest with you, man. Claressa done at 160. I'm wondering who she can really fight down there. Like Caroline Dubois and Alicia Baumgartner. Those are the fights to make. Those two should fight. That's the dream fight. That's like the big fight in women's boxing. It's brewing, and hopefully it will happen. But down there at 160, man, we're gonna see what she does. There's some good fights for her down there. But I don't know. We're gonna see. Anyway, man, that phone rang. That's homeboy calling from down the road. Says Hannah hungry. She want the rematch bad. Yeah, no, man. Hannah, I was listening to her. Her tone has changed. Her energy has changed. You can hear Hannah ain't playing around, man. Hannah is serious, and I like hearing her like that. She doesn't sound subdued, and she sounds like she got life, like she got her feet back underneath her. And when you have somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? That is all wrong for someone like Claressa Shields. You know what I'm saying? And Claressa, I know you listening. I'm fair, but I'm firm. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's the fight for you. Shadesha, she coming back maybe later this year, next year, who knows? But Shadesha's, slowly but surely getting her stuff together. But Hannah is ready. Why not fight her? Everybody will support that fight. So what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? What's the issue? It says, nah, she fighting Shirley or Bertha, the reigning bingo hall winners in the next fight. Yeah. She's just losing it, man. And I'm going to tell you, she's throwing it away. She's throwing it away. And I tell you what, she better be careful this weekend at this BET. See, so look, this is the thing. We just getting started because you still got the damn BET Awards coming up on Sunday. And the week ain't even out yet. And there's going to be something else that come up. And with Claressa Shields, every day is something. Every day. Anyway, man, it says Hannah's the perfect role model. Yeah, she's a lovely person, man. She's a cool person. I like Hannah. Her whole family, everybody is cool. I like them all, man. All right. Yo, I'm going to get ready to jump. Oh, shit. What up, POTUS? POTUS, you there? What's up with your POTUS?
I see girl came in talking her mess, huh?
Yeah, I can barely hear you. Hey, hold on one second. Yeah. Go ahead, POTUS. POTUS, yeah. Go ahead. What you got?
Yeah. See, good hell, answer that now.
What's that?
See, Hannah Gabriels, we're going to answer that call out now.
Oh, Claressa Shields going to answer the call out?
Yeah, man. We're going to answer that call out, man. I respect that, though.
What do you respect?
How she called her out.
Oh, okay. You think Claressa ain't going to fight Hannah? She should, if we put enough pressure on her.
That's how a woman supposed to call out, Bon Gardner. She's standing on her word, Bon Gardner. That's what you're supposed to do, Bon Gardner. You got to be a woman to your word.
So you still think Baumgartner should call out Big GWOAT?
She already did, Hood. It came out of her mouth, Hood.
Well,
it came out of her mouth. She said she'll be Claressa right now. She ain't got to do now, but the weight don't count. It's the skill, Hood. She got to stand on that, man.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know.
She said it, Hood. She said it, man. She got to stand on it, man.
Yeah, I don't think Alicia is even thinking about that, man. There was a point in time where Claressa said she can get to 147 and Alicia said she would go up. That was years ago, man.
Come on, man. Y'all be that side mess, man. They ain't got nothing to do. You heard me? Harry Gabriel said she ready right now, man. The boxers stay ready, man.
True. The boxers stay ready. They do, but you.
They stay in shape, man. They in shape right now. She ready to go right now.
Right. Andre says Claressa will not answer Hannah's call out because she's scared.
French Crew, where you at, French? Come on out, French.
Oh, French on Cruz?
Big Mama, come on out, Big Mama. Come on out and get some of the action, Big Mama.
They already fought like 23 times, man. What more is there to do for them guys, for them women?
Huh?
What more is there? What Franchon and Claressa, like, nobody want to see that no more. I like Franchon. I want to see her fight, but I ain't
talking about Claressa.
Oh, Franchon and
other fighters.
Oh, yeah. I think Franchon and Lonnie Daniels should fight. They both have 2 belts apiece. That would be great.
Come on back out and get some of them more action. I miss you.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. She busy doing some other stuff, but I'd like to see her get back in the ring, too.
I want my myself to fight Lonnie Daniels.
Yeah, that'll be good, POTUS. That'll be good, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up with you though, man? You went fishing today, catching some bluegills and shit?
My girl and I are fighting. Y'all still talking, man. Come on, man. Y'all gonna forever talk, man. Line everybody up. We we gonna take care of him, man. Everybody else can shut y'all mouth, man. Everybody can get it, man. Everybody can get it, man.
We know that's what.
Come out and wait time, football and wait time, step in the rain with him, man.
No, we know
every. Stop all that talking, step in the rain with him, man. We should have to lose nail pound, man. Step in the. You want to beat him? Step in the rain, man.
We know everybody can get it because Claressa is fighting a 42-year-old. What you think about her fighting a 42-year-old?
Everybody line up right now. We're gonna take care of y'all, man. Line up, get in the line, man.
But what you think about Claressa?
Shut y'all mouth, man.
What you think about her fighting a 42-year-old? You cool with her fighting a 42-year-old?
That ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
The age has nothing to do with it?
Oh, like 23 times, man. What
she fighting a 40. Yeah, you got to mute your TV, man.
You got time, man. We finna come out in two, man. We coming out in two, man. We coming out in two, good.
You coming out what?
We coming out in two. Hey, Gabriel, you tough? You tough, but Claressa still gonna beat you, man.
Hannah, Gabriel, Claressa. Yeah, Claressa won the first fight.
Mm-hmm. We coming, Hannah. We coming.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see, man. So, what you think about Claressa fighting this 42-year-old, man? Come on, be real about it, POTUS.
What wrong with that, man?
Oh, come on, man. 42, you call yourself the GWOAT. You got all these accolades.
That, man? Y'all always got something to say, man. It ain't easy inside the ring, man. You don't know what they have inside the ring.
Okay, so you think that 40...
It ain't easy inside the ring, man.
So you think we're going to...
She's a professional, ain't she?
Yeah, you think we'll get...
pro, ain't she?
Yeah.
She pro, ain't she?
Yes, you are correct. So you think we'll get a George Foreman? So you think she's the female George Foreman and her 40s come back
She pro, man. She pro. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with that. That's an evil mess. She in the game, ain't she?
Huh?
She a pro fighter, ain't she?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, she is a professional fighter. Yeah.
All right, so y'all shouldn't be saying that. Just wait on a good fight. That's all y'all gotta wait on.
All right, let me take this next call, man.
All
right, POTUS. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, how you doing, Hood?
I'm good. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. I was just I just had tuned in. I tuned out. I had to do something, but I tuned back in. Your show was great. I put it in the comment section. But what I feel about this fight with Claressa fighting a 42-year-old, that's like Mike Tyson when he fought Jake Paul. It's just like, it's for the money bag. The lady probably doing it for the money. The one that's whoever's 42 years old fighting that little monster. I don't think it's going to work out. I don't think it's fair.
Right.
It's not a fair fight. Maybe if she fought Cyborg, then I would pay, on the channel, to watch the fight. Other than that, no.
Right. Well, the thing is with Claressa Shields fighting Kay Scott, she's a professional fighter. She's a unified champion. But she's 42. But yeah, she's 42, and I don't know if boxing is a priority. Like if I just think she's more about fitness and stuff like that. I just we're gonna find out, but I just don't think that she stands a chance.
Setup, man. It's
yeah, I don't think she stands a chance.
And like you said, she has to fight somebody and knock them out. They got to set that up like that, and I believe she might knock that lady out.
Well, she may finally get one. It's been a while, but I'm trying to be fair. She even got an OnlyFans account. I'm just being real with you. They knew what they were doing by picking her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
OnlyFans and crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So I was just calling in to catch you because I see you've been on here for a minute. I'd rather watch you than any other boxing channel.
Why you like my channel? Why you like my channel?
Because you keep it real. You real calm. You cool. You smooth. And you know you don't take a side. You know you say what you feel and what's right. You know what I'm saying? You try to stay in the middle, like medium. I like that part of you. You have an open mind to things, you know, and you say what you're going to say. But I like the channel because of that, because you're not egotistical, huh? Like Miss Shields over there. And some other content creators. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. So I'd rather watch you. I always watch.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the support.
Okay. And I just wanted to say that I don't think the fight would be fair with a 42-year-old. Like I said, it's like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. But a little different. But I don't think that lady gonna be able to get down with the get downs. The fight is set, you know. And then I heard a young lady earlier talking about, you know, they bet on the fights and all that shit, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They could bet on that one. They could put a bet on that one. They could put a bet.
Yeah. Oh no, that's crazy. I didn't even think like that. But you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's going on. That is crazy.
That really is. But it's money. It's money.
Oh yeah, hell,
and
big
people
money.
doing everything for money nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Go ahead, caller. Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Hood.
What's going on with you?
Yeah, you know, you made a point that Kay Scott, if you look at her profile, she is more about fitness than boxing.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't think it's going to be a fair match. And if you look at her boxing record, she ranked like 423.
Yeah, well, you know, in one of the rankings, then in her division, she's ranked kind of low. Yeah, but she's definitely not someone who, in my opinion, deserves to be in the ring with Claressa. But she does have 2 titles.
Pardon me?
I don't think she deserves to be in the ring with Claressa based on accomplishments and experience. But she does have 2 titles. You know what I mean? She's a unified champion.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean. Yeah, you can't deny that, but like you said, it's not going to be a fair fight. And I think they fight in-house. When is she going to fight somebody outside of Selena Records?
I don't think anytime soon, you know, because once I figured out she...
I believe she's blackballed. They blackballing her from all the other fighters. And... Yeah. I don't think Win Records or Selena Promotion have enough money to put up with the other fighters that have, you know, a promotion team, probably endorsements in other countries and stuff like that. I think it's just, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this in boxing. And I'm a boxing fan, been a boxing fan since I've been 11 years old, and I'm 62. And it's just, seem like it's about the money, and I don't know. I'm just lost for words.
Right.
But I agree with you 100%. This Kay Scott, she's like a fitness model. That's how I'm gonna put it. A fitness model.
Yeah, she's a part-time boxer. That's all.
Part-time boxer. And with all this, I got so many Olympics, got all these accolades to go down to this level. And she's out here, clock this, clock that. 20,000 fans, I'm a seller. She's making herself look like a stone cold fool.
Yeah.
And you have a good night.
All right, you do the same. All right, bye. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Big GWOAT, I know you're watching. We got all the people out here. You know, I'm fair, man. If you were fighting somebody, like the chat saying, if you're fighting somebody that's worth fighting, man, people could at least understand that and at least be like, okay, well, she's fighting this person, but you know, what we doing here? But the individual, I might as well just show y'all who she is, man. Some people don't know, but she is a fitness. Close this out. She got OnlyFans. I ain't gonna pull up her OnlyFans. I don't want to see no booty and shit. I don't know if that's what I'm gonna see on there, but I don't want to. I don't want to pull up nothing crazy. You know what I mean? Kate Scott. Her name Kate Scott. What's her name? I got it up right here. Okay, K. I got it up on my damn cell phone the right way. In here, I got it up the wrong way. Let me show y'all who she is, man. K. Scott. Oh, that's her right there. View her profile. Reload the page. Okay, I'm going to show y'all who she is. As the page loads. Yeah, this is her right here. So if y'all want to follow her, go follow her. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull this over a little bit. Y'all want to go follow K. Scott? Go give her a follow, you know? But this is her right here. You know what I'm saying? Her and Claressa Shields. And you can see right here, she got her OnlyFans and everything, body science. So she's really all about that fitness. You know, what's this one right here? So this is her doing one of her performances. So that's just what she does. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She's all about the fitness, man. Okay, oh, that's a good shot of her. 42 years old. This is her doing a little bit of training. So that's her. But I'm just telling you, man, when I look at her, a lot of respect for fighters. I just don't think she gives Claressa much of a challenge. You know what I'm saying? The fitness trainer in shape to run around the ring. Yeah, that is hilarious. She's in shape to run around the ring. But who knows? She may come out there firing. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it. You know, I don't. This fight coming up is bogus, and Claressa should be ashamed of herself because Chris Cyborg, nobody come out. Yeah. Well, truth and consequence, we all agree. I don't know when you jumped into the live, but we talked about that. You know what I'm saying? She should have definitely fought Chris Cyborg. You know what I'm saying? Says, and she had the nerve to talk about Layla. Yeah, she can't say nothing about Layla at all. You know what I'm saying? I just realized that true men are crazy people don't know they're crazy. I hear that. But I tell you what, man, let me end this poll right here. Yo, I'm going to get ready to jump off of here, man. I appreciate y'all's support as always, hanging out with y'all. I enjoy it. Anybody showed love? Oh, anyone who wants to show love? I didn't put it in here because that shit don't be on my mind. But somebody asked me, they're like, you don't be really putting your Cash App up here. I do put it up here. It's on the thing, but I don't be thinking about it. But I'll put it up here before I get off, man. HoodChampionBoxing. I'll be back on here tomorrow, and we'll chit chat. I'm sure there'll be more. I'm gonna hit up Claressa Shields because I've been communicating with her. She knows that's why she coming to the line. I'm gonna tell her, just call in, or let's talk. I'm gonna see. She won't do it though, but I know she wants to. But I'm not going. The conversation be even better this time. Because ain't no need to hide. We know each other. Let's just chit chat. And I ain't gonna call her name. You know, that ain't my style. I think that shit's corny. I'll talk to her. You know? But we'll see. And I'll say this for Claressa, I know you're watching. If you don't want to call in, at least do a live and just address the things that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's good enough for me. Yeah, but just call in. What the hell? Don't go do like you did on there with Melissa Ford and they out there playing you and shit, getting you to come up there and they ask you stupid questions for clicks and views, how the Breakfast Club did you. I'm not going to do you like that. You know, I know boxing. We're going to talk boxing. We're going to talk about you and boxing, what you're doing, what's your plans. I ain't going to ask you about papoose. I ain't going to ask you about that shit. I know you don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to ask you about it. But I'll talk about this shit going on. And we're going to probably agree to disagree on some things. But it is. And everybody be writing here, you know, you don't go in the chat. Stay out the goddamn chat and everything will be all right. You know what I'm saying? Do not go into the chat. Anyway, man, let me get up out of here. I got to hit that boxing gym tomorrow. Neptune says, you enjoyed the show, Hood, enjoyed the chat. Yeah, I enjoyed it too, man. I appreciate your support. Y'all keep cool, all right? You know what I'm in. I'm in the breeze.